We're diving in where the world collides. Culture's calling, it's a crazy ride. Music's pumping, food's on the plate. We're vibing here, let's celebrate. Echo and Essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, Essence. Yeah. Uncle Freezy, vibing all night and all day. Coach Malpica, always something to say. Our main man in the cut, he is Soul Finger. DSJ always showing up as the soulful singer. Ron, Bully and Corey always being so thorough. Don't forget from that ain't rap, try borrow. It's not just water. Echo and Essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, Essence. It's not just talk, it's how we groove. Life's a rhythm, we all move. Spin the wheel, what's next to see? Culture flowing endlessly. Echo and Essence, we keep it real. Talking about the way we feel. Essence, Essence. From the beats to the love we share. Everything in between we care. Essence, Essence.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your number one Chief Rocker. Uncle Freezy is in the building. Coming through to rock the spot, man. Thank y'all for hanging out with me for the next couple of hours or so. Or at least I think so, man. Maybe, who knows? It's Saturday night. I'm in for the night. Who knows what we got? I'm trying to... the camera, sir. The camera is so crazy. There we go. YZ in the building. Salute. Salute to my brother Wise. I see you out there. Salute to my brother Wise. I think we got a couple other people coming through to rock the spot with us. Just hanging out, man. Let me see, what can we do? Check, 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 check. All right, audio. And let's see what else we got here. No, we ain't gonna do any of that. Let me do this. Well, I wait on Coach and Triborough, I think. I'm gonna do this because I can't play music, so I'm gonna do this to help us occupy a few moments. So I had some questions queued up, man, for Coach and for Triborough. I'm gonna save those. I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag for those. I'm just gonna sit here, wait patiently, maybe bust up the. Ooh. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say I'm gonna get 4 out of this. I'm gonna just wait until they show. If not, then I'll kick the show off, man, with some, or start the show with some stuff. Man, they trying to get all their books early. Okay. Surprise. Uncle Freezy cutting two different suits already. Surprise. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for showing me the ace. All right, he got his. Now I got mine. I'm gonna pull out the rest of them spades. Nobody got spades. All right, there we go. Boom. All right, salute to everybody watching on X. I mean, I see y'all making it in here. Yeah, we just finished on Lawrence Tears, and so we're gonna hang out here for a little bit. I'm playing spades against the computer, y'all. So if it looks a little unconventional, I'm gonna count that 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna say I'm gonna get 5 out of this. It don't look like a hand that'll get 5, but I think I'm gonna get 5 out of this. It's my turn, right? So I'll do that. Do that. Do that. I know they're gonna win. I know I'm not winning that. Now I'm cutting 2 suits already. Boom. All right. Let me throw out this. Usually I don't cut my partner. But for that one, I felt like I had to. So we got ours now on pull that. Yeah, there it is. That's what I was looking for. Now we can let them win the rest of these books. I don't care because we don't want bags. Yeah, y'all can have y'all's. There you go. That's the card I was looking for. I was looking for that 10 of spades. She had it. Salute to everybody, white man. We just here playing spades, man, for a few minutes, man. I'm waiting on the guys to show up. You know, we're just hanging out, rocking the spot a little bit. Teaching the computer how to play spades. Wow, everybody got something except me. I'm gonna count the ace. I'm not gonna count the king because I have 4 clubs, right? Since I have 4 clubs, I'm not gonna count the king. I think it'll get cut, and then plus I have dishes here, and I have low spades, so I'm gonna go 1. I'm gonna say 2, even though I'm not confident in 2. That's the one I want to see. I don't know if this king is gonna make it, everybody. Oh, the king made it. The king made it. Okay. All right, the king made it. So did my job. That's what I was scared about. See how Mike cut clubs? That's what I was nervous about. Come on, Bill. What you got? All right, Bill he must have the king. Oh, you got the 9? Bro, you got the 9? That was your. Oh, he must have some stuff. There you go, Bill. Bill, you had me nervous, bro. Bill had me nervous just now, everybody. Reg, what's good, man? Miguel P. Miguel P, they talking across the board, bro. You know we don't play that, right? We don't play that. We know they talking across the board, bro. They had to. They had to. Salute to Reg, man. Y'all check out Reg's channel, REG, where he talks about a lot of, in my opinion, a lot of intriguing topics, album reviews, things about life. The cartoon thing was The cartoon thing he did was pressure. I ain't gonna lie. I would advise if you only catch one thing on Red's channel, the cartoon thing was pressure. Y'all make sure y'all check that out, man. That was dope. I'm not saying go check out one thing. I'm saying if you only got time for one thing, check that out. It was huge. So I got 2 diamonds and 2 hearts. Usually when I have 2 cards or less in a suit, I count it as a book. The only thing is, since I have a little bit of spades here, right? Since I only have, my partner has 5, right? That means he's got, in my mind, that means he's got all the aces, right? Since I have the 2 top spades, he has to have all the aces to be bidden 5, right? And so in between, this is the queen and jack. He has to have the queen and jack and the aces to feel confident, right? So I'm gonna go 4, even though I know that seems like a stretch. And Mike went 1. Yep, and there's one of the aces right there, just as I thought. Here comes another ace. Yep, bam, just like I thought. Right? There's the other ace. Bam, just like I thought. Oh, God, he cut. Okay. Dart the king, dart the club. Yep, bam, just like I thought. Just like I thought. Now, this is my turn, right? Since they're already cutting, I'm going to pull out this. Bam. And then I meant to throw out the king, everybody. I meant to throw out the king. I'll throw out the king right now. Oh, he ain't got no more spades? What was you doing? Mike, you ain't have no... Mike, I mean, Bill, what are you doing? That was crazy. Hi, everybody. Okay, I got it. I'll get Reg's channel for you. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. I'm gonna find Reg's channel. I have to go to my YouTube page. Click on Reg. Reg, you almost got 2,000 subscribers, bro. Reg almost has 2,000 subscribers. There it is. That's Reg's channel right there. I have 5 spades. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go 4. Bill, come on, you better not be tripping, bro. Bill, we gotta get on the board, bro. The algorithm or something. There you go. There you go. Hey, you got to get on the board something. He pulling all my, but it don't matter because all that matter is that we get to 8 books. We at 8 books right now. Them. Yeah, hey, I don't know. Miguel P, I don't know, bro. I don't know. So we're gonna be cutting clubs off the rip, right? And right after we play this 9. But here's the thing. Somebody else is gonna be cutting diamonds. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Bill, Mike, or Lisa, right? But I do have 5 spades, right? So I'm gonna count 1, 2. I'm gonna say I can get 3 books out of this. Okay, so Mike is cutting early. Got him, sucker. There you go. There you go, Bill. Yo, we need 5 books, man. Yo, we need 5 books pronto. There it is. There it is. We about to get these books now. Oh, they ain't got no more. Okay. Boom, we made ours. It just came down to the wire, man. It make me feel funny when you playing the computer because the computer, you can't, what I'm saying, you can't communicate, like you can't talk across the board. So it's like, one of them things. So we down about 40. We down about 40. I gotta make a run. So I have 1, 2 aces. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go 5, even though, you know what? I'm gonna go 6. I'm gonna go 6 since they scared. Them. I'm gonna go 6. And then I'm gonna work my magic if they ain't cutting. As long as they're not cutting, I'm gonna work my magic. Bim. Okay. There we go. There we go. Payow. There you go. Now I'm cutting hearts. I mean cutting everything except hearts. I can't believe a heart won. Oh, they not trying to win. They not trying to win. They trying to stop sandbags. So I got 8. We did take the lead though by being aggressive. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What should I bid right here, y'all? What should I bid right here? See, the thing, my mind is telling me bid 6, right? My mind is telling me to bid 6, right? Because of this right here. I'm thinking that king can walk. Usually I don't trust the king, but if Lisa is cutting off the rip, I'm betting it's going to be, you know what? I'm going to go, I'm going to go 6 anyway. Because I think Lisa is going to be cutting clubs off the rip. So since I'm going to be close to cutting hearts and diamonds off the rip, she may be cutting clubs, right? So I'm going to count the ace for sure. That king, I won't count. I will count the diamond as 1, and I'll count these 2 as 1, and then that ace. So I'll go, my mind is telling me 5. I'm going to go 6. Oh. Let's see if Lisa's cutting clubs. Oh, Lisa not cutting clubs? Oh, Lisa, you didn't cut clubs? Okay. Lisa hand stacked with clubs. That Bill is cutting clubs. Let's go. Bill cutting clubs. Come on, Bill. There you go. Oh. We got ours, man. We 1 short, everybody. So we're 1 short, and then I have the ace, right? So we're 1 book short, so we have the ace. What I'll do is I'll play this club. I want them to win it. There you go. Oh, they short. Wait a minute. They short. We set them. We set them. This game is about over, y'all. We set them. I didn't pay attention to what they went for. This hand right here is alphabet soup. This hand here is alphabet soup. I don't know what the. I don't know what the bid here. I'm gonna go 1. Bill is cutting clubs again. Well, I got my 1 now. That's my 1 right there. Let them have that stuff. Y'all can have all them extra books. Let's see, man. So, 2 diamonds. I'm gonna count that as a book because I can cut that with the 5. Or cut that with a low spade. I got clubs. I got hearts. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna say 4, even though I don't got it. We need 5 books, everybody. We need 3 books, everybody. So we need 2 books, everybody. I'm gonna just go ahead and get these 2 books. I'm gonna secure the dub. There we go. So I secured the dub, right? And they can have all the rest. I don't care nothing about the rest of this stuff. As long as we get ours, man, I don't care. I threw the queen out because I don't want to collect no more books. They are set. We set them again. Get these clowns out of here. We set them again, everybody. This hand looks weird. So I know I got 2. I'm a bid 2. That's all. I'm not going to go crazy. Because all we need to do is not get set and we'll win. Usually I don't cut my partner, everybody. Usually I don't. But in this case where we can't afford to get any sandbags. Oh, she caught my king. I knew I should have played that king. I should have played that king. There we go. Bill saved the day. There you go, Bill. Bill saved the day, man. Y'all can have all the bags y'all want. I don't care. Y'all can have all the bags y'all want. Then we win. Red said, Red, you don't trust Bill, bro? Yo, Bill hand be shaky, dog. Bill hand be shaky. Bill hand be shaky. Tom Barbie in the building. Hey, yo, I put the link, Reg. I put the link to your channel in the chat, bro. For people that like stuff like that. I just figured you wouldn't mind Just put it out there, man, so people can get a different type of content than you know what I'm saying. So yeah, salute to Reg and them, man. I was listening to Reg's channel one morning. I was at work, and I don't think Reg does morning stuff, but one morning he was on. He was just in his bag. Hey, Ty Bobby asked, what are you playing this on? I'll send a link to you. I'll send a link to your phone at some point, bro. I'll send it to you. Because I legit need a spades partner, because Bill is not necessarily trustworthy, but he does come in clutch at times. So I have 2 aces. I'm going to go 3 right here, everybody. Now, look, I only have 2 spades, and they could get gobbled up, right? I'm going to bank on those 10s being my backups late in the game. Late in the hand, I'm going to count on them 10s just in case. If not, I'll throw them away. I'll tuck them away and let them get the sandbags. So I'll say 1, 2, 3. I'm going to say 4, even though I know I don't have 4. I'm going to try to make it work. I'm only playing a club so I can start cutting. Right? So I have 4 diamonds and 4 hearts, right? So we hadn't played hearts yet. So since it's 4 and 4, I'm gonna play the hearts because of my fear of the diamonds. Somebody might be cutting diamonds. I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Mike, Bill, or Lisa. But since it's so early in the game, I'm gonna just go hearts right here. Okay, enough with these hearts now. Come on. So Mike is cutting hearts. Bill threw out the king. Okay. Let me go diamonds here. See who's cutting. Lisa was cutting. So Lisa was cutting clubs, y'all. I'm going to throw out a heart right here so I can cut a heart. Golly, why you leave with a space? So my 10 got to do something. My 10 got to do something, y'all. Oh, we lost. Oh, my 10 almost got through. My 10 almost got through, everybody. Bill is shaky. Bill is shaky, man. Bill is shaky. Yeah, look at this. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this hand. So I'm counting the queen as a book. And since I have 5 clubs, I can't count on that king. I want to count it, but I have 5 clubs. That means somebody else doesn't have a lot of clubs. Since I have a lot of clubs, somebody else doesn't have a lot of clubs. And I'm not going to count that queen either. I'm just going to count 1. Oh, we ready to get caught up in a blender, y'all. There you go. I had to make him play that ace. Oh, Bill, let's go. Bill got his 2 out there off the rip and got out the game. Bill like, yeah, I got my 2. Oh, could pull my queen. God. There you go, Bill. Let's go. There you go, Bill. Let them have the rest. They can have the rest. We don't, y'all can have the rest. No diamonds. No diamonds. Let them get all them sandbags. There you go. These jokers got 5 sandbags already. Yo, 2 spades again? I got 2 out of this hand, y'all. I should have went nil. I should have went nil right here. I should have went nil right here. If they cut this ace off the rip, if they cut this ace off the rip, bro. Strawberry, what's good, bro?
What up? What up?
Ain't nothing, bro. Hey, if they cut my ace off the rip, man,
Huh?
I'm gonna throw out an ace in here. If they cut my ace, I'm gonna be mad.
Uh-oh.
Okay, they let it walk. Okay. So what's good, Rob?
I'm good, man. Chilling. What's up with you?
Man, I'm trying to call it.
Are you winning right now?
Man, of course I'm a winner, bro. That's what winners do.
All right.
Yeah, that's what winners do. So, oh, she cutting clubs.
Is this spades?
Yeah, this is spades, bro.
I was never good in this.
What?
Yeah, I was never good in card games. Maybe Uno, but that's about it.
What?
No, I'm good in dominoes. Like dominoes is my thing.
Talking about
You know.
pizza?
Huh?
Talking about pizza?
No, dominoes as in the game.
Oh, no.
I love dominoes. I can definitely beat people in that, but like the card games, those are my thing.
Man. Yeah, man. Hey, I'm gonna finish this game, and then I'm gonna talk to you about something.
Okay.
So I'm gonna finish this game.
All right. You want me to leave?
Huh? No, not at all. This hand here is. I'm gonna go one. That's all I can. Yo, they killing me, bro.
Oh man.
I want to talk to you about this thing called Black Card. You ever heard people use the expression Black Card?
Black card?
Yeah.
As far as a person?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish this hand because I want some help.
Yeah.
They put my queen. I think they might do that. I think let's see. I think we can make it. Yeah, we got it. Let's go, Bill. They blowing us up, though. Oh, I might have something to work with. Chad, I might have something to work with. Clubs is cutting off the rip. Right after I'm gonna count clubs. 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go. That's crazy. And you guard this. Right. Yeah. And then get out of my mind. There we go. Oh, most of them kind of hard. Okay. They giving us books. They giving us books now. Oh, we didn't. Oh, yeah. Try, bro. I just see you on the bro. Oh, look at this hand, yo. Oh, I'm about to run the man. I'm about to table. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna count. If my partner has any spades, then we can go over. Yeah, I'm gonna say you got a spade. I'm gonna go 7. And that's a crazy number, bro. That's a crazy number. There we go. Yeah, Bill. Cut. Where that king at? Oh, shoot. Where's that king at? Where's that king? There it is. There's the king. Yeah. I gotta get all the rest of these.
I don't hear the echo.
Huh?
You hear any echo?
Who?
Do you hear echo? Somebody said they hear an echo.
Say that one more time.
Somebody said that.
I
You
hear
hear
it.
it?
Yeah, I hear it.
Is it me?
Yeah.
All right, just drop the link in the chat. That seemed to work better.
Okay. I got you. Hold on. Bear with me a second. There it is. All right. So I got to get the other 3 of these, and I got to get the jack. If I don't get the jack right here, I lost. I'm gonna throw out the queen, and I gotta pull the jack. Oh boy, we lost. There's the jack. Yeah, we lost. Yeah. My bad, Bill. We in a hole bad, bro, because of me. My bad.
Yeah. Yo.
I think I still hear the echo.
Still hear it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my my headphones in.
Okay.
All right.
So I got 1. I have 2 kings. I'm gonna count them as 1. You know what? I'm gonna count it as 3. We already losing. Why not? I'm gonna go 3, even though I know I only got 2. Mike is cutting hearts, and his partner went straight to him to feed him. Oh. There's the king. That's what I was looking for. So we made ours, everybody. They made theirs. We in a hole bad, everybody. I gotta pull out a miracle. I gotta throw a Hail Mary right here. I'm gonna go nil only because we need a Hail Mary, everybody. We need these 100 points. Only reason why I went nil is because we need these 100 points. Oh. Yeah, it's over, man. We lost. My bad, Bill. I lost this round because I lost this game. I lost this hand because of Bill. I lost the hand, not Bill. I played a bad round, man. I ain't cutting nothing. I'll let them have whatever. I don't care. Y'all can have whatever, man. It's over. And I got 3 books out of this. We lost. Oh, the game not over.
All right.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo.
Yeah, perfect, man. Perfect.
All
Bro,
right.
I'm the worst teammate ever, man. Bill carrying me, bro.
Oh boy.
Bill carrying me, man. They
Yo.
got nine bags. If they
Uh-huh.
get one more sandbag, we back in the game. So
Right.
I'm gonna finish this up. Oh. I might have something here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. But just the classic Uncle Freezy, I'm gonna overestimate. I'm gonna overbid like I normally do. Yeah, overbid. There you go. Now I'm cutting clubs. He thought that ace was gonna walk. That ace crippled. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't walking. Boom. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna pull king. I need a king or a queen. I was trying to pull a king or queen right there,
Right.
but you know. I need one more. One more. That's both of them. So we got ours. Just with that right there, we got ours. Now I need to give them. So I'm in a sticky situation.
Uh-huh.
It's four turns left,
Uh-huh.
and they need 2 books. So if I get 3 of these, then they set, right? But I can let them get all of them, and they'll go back 100 points. So I'm gonna be aggressive. I'm gonna try to set them.
Yeah.
God dog! As soon as I did that, they threw out the doggone kick. Oh boy. Oh, they said anyway. I went one way, they went the other way, and now they said anyway. They went back 100 points. We didn't get ours. Oh, we did get ours. We still in the hole by a lot, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna just give them this game. They won. I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna just give it to them. They won.
They won.
Yo, let me the topic to show. Let me start by asking you this.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever heard the saying that some African Americans are not black enough?
I was just talking about that tonight, actually, when it came to Drake.
With who?
I was on this podcast. They had invited me as a guest on Instagram, and we were talking about the lawsuit that Drake have against UMG, and how in the hip hop community, there's hip hop heads that don't feel like Drake is black enough.
Hey, but
I'm just telling you how I know hip hop heads personally, and I feel like the things that he's doing, like when you're suing or trying to get a Kendrick to not perform a song at the Super Bowl, that is not hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And you got to start questioning, like, is Eminem more hip hop than Drake? And he's white.
Well,
so
let me ask you this. Does hip hop mean black?
Not anymore. I feel like our people started it, but it's global now. Like when you have artists like Drake, when you have a Post Malone, when you have a Bad Bunny, he doesn't necessarily do hip hop, but he has hip hop elements in his music. Thames.
What about Jack Harlow had a joint? I don't want no whips and chains. Remember that?
Yes. I never felt like it was. I don't want to. I feel like hip hop is for everybody. I don't like, even if it's our people that created it, I feel like it's for every race. Have you seen Asian MCs like Jin, come in? You've seen, Caucasian MCs like Eminem be successful. The Beastie Boys. I think it's for everybody. We don't own music. Like Music is a sound. We don't own the sound. It's just that, when you talk hip hop, it goes to our people that we created the culture. We created, the sampling from a record already and making it something else. But I don't feel like anymore that it's just ours. I feel like it's global now, so everybody.
Okay. Okay. I'm confused because there are now. I understand your point clearly. I understand your point clearly. It started off on one thing, grew into another. It grew. Um, it outgrew the box that it was put in.
Right.
Now everybody has access to it.
Hmm.
Right. Duly noted. It's like fashion, right? It's like fashion. Something starts off in a niche boutique, runways in Paris, and next thing you know, Dope Boys is wearing it on Linux.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them things, right? Where I'm lost or confused at is what black enough is. Right? Do you have to be a nigga? Like, do you have to be that? Is that what they want you to be? Like, do you have to be that? Like with me, I don't say the N-word much. Like, I don't like that ain't part of me. That ain't me. Right? It's not because I'm scared or nothing like that. It's because of the stuff that my ancestors and family when
Right.
generations before me went through.
Right.
Right? They, you know what I'm saying? Now, when they were coming up, when I was little, they said that word so much, I thought it was a pronoun. Like the N word to me was like she or him or Mister. Like it was like a pronoun to me because I heard it so much. But for me, I took the stance of instead of encouraging that or bringing it to the forefront, I was like, you know what? I'm putting my foot in the ground. I ain't gonna do that because I didn't go through the things that they went through, and so I'm not gonna live the trauma that they lived. I'm a different person, right? But the black enough thing, it kind of perplexes me in a sense where what do you have to do to be black enough? And who do you have to prove it to?
There's no such. I don't. I mean, every day we're black. Every day when we wake up, there's no. You can't change our skin tone. Per se,
Right.
you can't naturally change it. That's something you have to like get done at a place. You know what I'm saying? Every day we're black. The whole thing, the whole mentality of not being black enough is if there's a person that's black and they're acting like they're not black. They're acting as something other than themselves.
Right.
So when it comes to Drake, the whole conversation was what part of is he black enough in hip hop? You know, when you're going around and suing people for a battle that you lost, what part of the game is that? That's not hip hop. So that's how it correlated back to his. He's mixed. I mean, his mother's white.
That is hip hop though, bro. That is hip hop.
Suing somebody for a battle, that's not hip hop.
Diddy did that to Foxy Brown.
For what? For what battle?
Listen, it wasn't the battle, but he threatened her career when she dissed Diddy and them for wearing shiny suits and shit.
Yeah, but even with him, he's had his own issues within the hip hop community.
But
You know what I'm saying?
but tried. She you remember this? You remember the song "Yeah" by Foxy Brown with Sprague Benz, right?
Yeah.
Right. And when she dissed Diddy and them for wearing shiny suits, she made them. Diddy went to her record label and made them change the lyric.
Yeah,
and
but
Foxy Brown didn't put nothing. After that, Foxy Brown got gun charges and was out of the game.
Right, but when you have a legendary battles like MC Shan and KRS-One, Nas and Jay-Z, none of those legendary battles, Ice Cube and NWA, they don't go around and sue each other for a battle that the other person lost. You know what I'm saying? That's not hip hop. And Diddy already have his own issues within the hip hop community as it is. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is like, if you're born black, there's no, to me, there's no black enough. It's like we're black, and we have, there's other races that feel like we're inferior to them. So that's already an issue as it is in this country. So to me, there's no black enough. Am I black enough? Like if you're black and your the tone of your skin is black, you're black. It's just that there's people that are black that might not act black, or might not, to other people they might not be black enough because of the way they go about things. You know what I'm saying? That people got to side eye them and question them like, yo, he's not one of us. He's something else. That he's trying to be something else than other than he is.
I feel you. Respectfully though, I think that's the basic stance to it. Respectfully, I think that's the basic, the borderline thing to it, right? I think there are some underlining things to this conversation though that get missed and skipped, and I think it's missed and skipped intentionally.
Mm-hmm.
Because the truth of the matter, in my mind, there is no such thing as black enough.
Right.
Right. Like no matter what you do, you can't be black enough. In science, there is no blacker than black.
Mm-hmm.
Right? There's no blacker than black. Right? Once you hit black, that's it. There is no next level to blackness when you get.
I'm black enough.
I know that.
Bro, I know you were gonna message me. I didn't even know you had a show going, bro.
Yeah. Nah, I told you I was coming straight over.
I thought I was waiting for the link on my phone. I'm like,
I didn't send the link. I thought I sent you the link. Nah, bro.
I thought maybe you went to the bathroom, or you like Miss Mocha was like bugging you or something. You changed your mind.
Oh shit! I didn't send you the link, bro. I didn't.
And I don't know why Echo Essence I don't get a YouTube notification for, even though I'm a subscriber.
Hey, bro, I looked at the phone and I saw the link. A link was sent, and it didn't dawn on me. It was this.
That was a Knicks joint. Yeah. And I even, because I thought to myself, maybe did I go on the Knicks at night and click on the YouTube link when I went? So I clicked on that StreamYard, and it was, the old Knicks one. So I'm like, well, he didn't send me the link. What's going on?
I was sitting here playing spades, waiting on Coach.
And then I was like, I was kind of hungry. I ordered some late night Taco Bell. I tore up a couple of Dorito Loco tacos and
Bim. Yo, on a side note, man, I'm down 5 pounds on the carnivore diet.
Not a sponsor, by the way, Taco Bell.
Not a Taco Bell or carnivore. If y'all watching or pay us.
Yeah. And the carnivores, you know what? Maybe I should join you. So when you go to jump off a cliff, it's easier to do when you're holding someone's hand.
Yeah. Prince wrote a song about that called "Take Me With You." I don't care where we go, just take me with you. But anyway, the black enough thing to me boggles my mind because dudes, even when I was working, so Chad, y'all don't. So my working career is weird because I have a background in education, in detention, and in customer facing sales, whatever in customer serving sales, insurance, medical stuff, whatever it is. So I have a background in that. And in all of those things, people always challenge me like, yo, you ain't black enough. They say it in different terms. Like when I was in the education system, like you talk to somebody on the phone, and then when they come through your classroom and see you in person, they're like, man, you speak really well for a black guy.
God, I hate that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, for a black guy, what the hell does that mean? Right. And when I was working in prison, the detention system, right? You know what I'm saying? Inmates would be like, man, you ain't no real. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no real dude such as bring a whole bushel of cigarettes in here so we could just sit down and smoke and say, man, fuck the law, all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
nah, that's what an idiot would do.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what an idiot would do. They don't have anything to do with blackness, right? When I'm in sales, when I'm in sales, they're like, man, you still talking? You ain't trying to look out for the people, man. You know what I'm saying? This is a dude told me, no lie, Trumper. A dude told me this one time, and I started to slap the fire out of him. But I had my daughter in the car. If my daughter wasn't in the car, I would have slapped her. He was like, man, you let the white man put his hand up your back and make you do anything he wants you to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wait a minute, hand up my back. That's original. All right.
Yeah.
He calling me a puppet. Like, you do whatever that white man tell you to do. I'm like, bro,
Right.
this don't even have anything to do with race. This is life insurance.
Right.
That don't have nothing to do with race.
Like, what I'm wondering about is, when did acting black become acting black? Like, because I remember there was a time, especially during like the Woodstock years and you know, the late 60s and 70s, like white people, black people, like there was a lingo and a style that everyone's like, yeah, man, it's all groovy. You know, like everyone talked that way.
Right.
Like even white dudes had afros back then. Remember? Like,
Yep.
like it was like this little crossover.
It was the
time.
vibe, right?
Yeah, you know, it wasn't like act black or whatever. But something happened. I don't know if it's the culture, the music. Like, I feel like young black men, because the 80s was the heyday for the come up. Now, there's always been famous black men, you know, obviously. But the 80s, that started to become famous black men, you know, heaven.
Right.
Like all the most popular athletes were the black guys, and the musicians, the actors, the comedians. You know, hip hop became music became pop music. You know, it became the most popular music. And I think hip hop and the culture that hip hop started bringing forth, I felt like young black men started feeling the pressure to act like the guys that made it,
Right.
and were famous. Like that's who the guys that make the money, and those are the guys that made it and they became famous. So maybe I'm supposed to act this way, because that's what the females like. Because you know what I'm saying? It's like, and fast forward to nowadays, you know, as a coach for young men, I see it in the athlete culture where the part of Florida that I lived in, Southwest Florida, it ain't the hood. It ain't Pembroke Pines, Miami, or, you know, there ain't no real hoods in Southwest Florida. Like Fort Myers is a little bit of a tough little neighborhood, but nothing like, they ain't real gangs, they ain't real hood.
Right.
But all the black kids in Southwest Florida, Fort Myers area, felt this pressure to act like they were hard
Right.
and hood when them kids had more money than me, because their parents were like in suburbia. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, you ain't gotta act like my son was more hood than the black kids in that town, just because the way he was brought up, like just with the football mentality. And you know, I coached like rough, like when you watch them Friday Night Tykes show on.
Right.
I mean, I wasn't cussing the kids, but I was rough on them. You know what I'm saying? I coached them tough.
Right.
And I used to get so mad at some of the kids, like they would do just dumb hood stuff. I'm like, bro, you live in Cape Coral, Florida.
Right.
This ain't no hood, bro. What are you doing?
Right.
You got a cell phone. Your mom and dad got a nicer car than your teacher. Like the kids in school got better cars than the teachers. And you're complaining that you got it tough? Come on, man. Like you got to earn that complaint. You can't just like, it's like everyone that, the whole, as a white man living in this world, it's hard for me to have a complaint about stuff. I can't complain, because I never had to deal with on a personal level of being worried about being pulled over by a cop and him giving me the business just because my skin color, and some of my best friends and best boys coming up, I've witnessed it on a personal level. I pull up to a gas station and we're jamming out to we were listening to Ghetto Boys. I was blasting it in my car, and one of my best friends growing up, Donnie Franklin. Love you, bro. If you're out there, I'll talk to you one of these days soon. He was pumping my gas when I went inside to get some wraps and something to drink. You know what I'm saying? And I come back out, and a cop has got his hands on the hood of my car.
Right.
I'm like, what the hell are you doing? He's like, oh, you guys are playing that music too loud and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, really? Because it's rap, and I got a black friend, you're giving us crap. And he's like, oh, no, it ain't like that, I called him out for it.
It's absolutely about that, bro.
Huh?
It's absolutely about, that's the reason why you saved that man's life, bro.
I know, it's like crazy. I'm like, what are you doing? And Donnie was the nicest guy in the world. Like he was just like, he won like what's in high school the personality award. Everyone likes what's the name of that one? Like
the Uncle Freezy Award,
most talented, and there's most
congeniality.
Yeah, but he was like that. Yeah, everyone loved Donnie. He was the last dude that was hood or up to something wrong. But man, it was. Who were my worst friends? A couple of white friends I had. They were worse. The worst friends I had, they would need to get arrested. I got my gun pulled on me. This one friend of mine, he was more of an acquaintance. He was on a football team. He rolls up in a Mercedes. I'm like, David, where'd you get this, bro? I'm like, oh man, I'm doing so good. And my mom, this and that. She got me a job. And this. I'm like, let's go to the club, the female club. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like 3 exits down on the I-75. Right. I won't say the establishment because it's kind of a smaller place, but we went down the road and we drove about 5 or 6 miles, and all of a sudden, woo, like the cops, we got pulled over, and the guns were getting pulled on us. I'm like, what in the hell's going on here? This dude stole the car.
Oh my God.
We had guns. I'm like, David, what did you do? I'm like, man, I'm sorry, man. I'm like, man, are you kidding me, bro? I got a gun pulled on me, man, by a cop because of this crap. And I got I got $20 in ones in my pocket. Ready to have a good time. I was like 20 years old, man.
Wow.
I was home from college. Christmas break, bro. Man. I didn't go back to college after that. It wasn't because of that.
Right.
that was a rough Christmas break. I
That,
was,
that's something that you're gonna remember forever, though. That experience.
yeah, I'll remember always. Everyone, like, just the look on his face, bro. Like he saw a ghost.
Miguel P said a lot of people confuse hard with hurt. I think people in bad neighborhoods had to grow up like that. That was the
Yeah,
mentality because of of the environment that they grew up in. You know,
hmm
low income housing, you have
yeah,
crime everywhere. You know, it was hard for them to get a job. You know,
yeah,
there's probably drugs and liquor on every corner. So they have to grow up with that type of mentality. But I don't. If you're already black, it's hard enough being black in this country.
yeah,
That the minute that you're acting not black is probably something they wanted to do because of or they might have
yeah,
gotten harassed by cops
yeah.
and
And,
or they might have had like a white girlfriend or a white boyfriend and felt like, oh well, once you did another race outside of your own, then you're considered not black.
yeah, it's crazy. And the other part, I don't like this when they make a mixed race. Like what I don't understand is we make accommodations in this country for like just think about how much, and this is no offense to
Mm,
Mexicans or anyone that speaks Spanish or Espanol.
right.
You're the history that people that speak Spanish, they've helped build this country too. You know,
Hmm.
like me being from Florida, St. Augustine is actually the first real established city in the United States, and
Yeah.
that's Spanish,
Yeah.
name and you know. But anyway, we we double our budget in this country to make everything in English and Spanish. Like if you think about it, like every label at places, and you make calls, and you do all this stuff.
Mm.
We make
For Spanish,
accommodations.
those. Yeah.
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 So like now it's so prevalent. There's so many. We talk about it, them light skinned kids, them beige boys and girls. There's so many now, and yet they still force all of those kids to be called black,
Yeah.
and it's disrespectful to their white parent.
Right.
Even though obviously the white parent is proud of their child being black because they had a child with a black spouse or baby mama or baby daddy, whatever. And just because you're half black or a quarter black, they make you say you're black. Like to me, that should be they have a checkbox. For some reason, they mix in Latinos with Caucasian, which shouldn't be a thing. I don't know why they do that too. They even do that. You know that in the detention system. And when you go to jail, they don't
Yep.
have a Latino box. Like Latinos are considered white in jail. When it comes to census and making check marks, and whenever you fill out paperwork and stuff, why don't they have a mixed race checkbox? I mean, I don't know what the proper term, mulatto or whatever they call it.
What?
That's not a slang term. That's not a.
Well, ain't nobody said that. I ain't heard that word in 7
But it's not a slur. It's not a bad word.
I didn't say it was a bad word.
I know, but
I hadn't heard the word in 17.
what's the official word? I'm curious. Let's check.
Mixed, just a mixed kid.
Yeah, but it could be mixed. Any like particularly Caucasian and black race is
Yeah. Now, you don't have to have a label. Why does everything have to be labeled?
Well, I mean, if you want to start going that route, yeah, we're all human. I get that.
Yeah, no. The reason why I say that is because it's only time.
But they do make them label. That's what I'm saying. They make
Right.
kids. They make them call them black when they're not black.
But we don't want to further because the thing is we don't want to further the identity crisis that happens with kids that are not either super black or plainly white, right?
Right. Yeah.
The thing is when you're white, you don't have to put Irish American or Italian American or German American or whatever. When you're minorities, you have to do all these certain things so that you can be identified. It's not fair, right? It's the system we're in, though, and what we have to deal with. The point I was asking Triborough, though, is not on a government level. So I'm talking about in a black neighborhood level, and not black neighborhood like my neighborhood specifically. I'm talking about the black community, period. Like, say if you speak well and you have manners, you're not good enough. You're not black enough. Right. If you're, say, raised by both parents and you were raised to value stuff like education and things of that sort, and you represent your family as if you want them to be proud of you, you're not black enough. Right. But when you do devilment, people are like, oh, that's a real whatever right there. He real. Right. And so when I look at it, I'm like, who wants to be that? Is that the standard? Who is that to aspire to be like? Right? Now, at the same time, there are people on the other side of that go through the everyday daily life black struggle. And I mean for the real ones that go through the real struggle. I ain't talking about Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar don't go through no real black struggle. He rich.
Yeah, but he's rich and black. That's all. He already got two strikes against him. He's rich and he's black in this country.
I'm saying everybody encounters racism is what I'm saying, and everybody experiences classism, ageism, sexism. A lot of people legitimately confuse classism with racism. Like if a rich person looks down on another rich person and they different races, people think it's racism. It's not. It's classism. It's the difference between being a millionaire and a billionaire. Billionaires ain't really gonna mess with millionaires, right? That's classism, right? But when we watch those two interact, we're like, oh, they just arguing. Because we're not a millionaire or a billionaire, so we don't understand it. What I'm saying is Kendrick Lamar and others that have money and power and success and all these things, when you point at other people, they mix entertainment. They mix entertainment and social issues and what people do when people listen to it. They don't see that it's entertainment. They see real life talk. Because life imitates art, I guess is what they say.
But when you see Kendrick go out of his way to address police brutality on The Pimp a Butterfly, and where Drake is half black, where's his police brutality song or message? He didn't do none of that. And when he got ridiculed by the fans, he was quiet. So it's like he's mixed, like he's both white and he's black. So does police brutality not affect him because he's rich?
Right, and in the sense that you're speaking, I get that part. I get that part.
It's almost like an out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
Because he's rich.
And Drake's defense, two things happened. And to me, two things happened, and I think he took the high road with both of them. I think Drake is right. When that man called him a pedophile, I would have sued the pants off him too. Right? Because you can't just say stuff like that and ruin somebody's potential earning power, bro. That's why laws are written. It's the reason why you can do that. Secondly, when there are things going on in real life and you have nothing positive to add, shut the fuck up. And that's what Drake did. Right? If you don't have anything positive to add, in a time of crisis, be quiet.
You say that now, but if tomorrow we woke up and we heard, oh, Drake got pulled over in Toronto by the cops because he was in an expensive car, then what? Because he's still half black, right?
Yeah, Drake is black. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
So I think
Canadian.
that right, but I mean I think that part is where people feel like, well, he's not black enough because he doesn't speak to the black community on things that Kendrick Lamar has done or Ice T did back in the day.
I feel you. But do you remember when Lil Wayne did the Larry King interview and Lil Wayne was up there talking about race?
Right.
And
He
you was
said
like,
he wasn't black.
why the heck of all the black men on the planet to talk race, you pick a young rich rapper to talk about race, right? And not only did he make a fool of himself and the people that are immediately around him, he made black men look terrible.
Yeah.
Right? And so, like your example, like Drake doesn't talk about police brutality on his stuff, right?
Right.
I'll say that maybe he supports the police. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know. Right? I have friends that are in law enforcement. I used to be in law enforcement. Right?
Right.
I know the difference between good and bad people and good and bad cops. Right? I know that, right? Drake is like, hey, I'm not gonna slam the what's the name because some of these guys I know put their life on the line. Every city you've been in, you saw a black cop, bro. Does that mean that dude might be dirty? Every city you've ever been, you've seen a black cop, and you've probably seen a white cop. Does that mean all of them are terrible? No.
Yeah. The thing is, all because you're an artist or an entertainer in a certain style of music or genre doesn't mean you got to represent a cause all the time. Look at Kid and Play. The content of their rap. Did they talk about anything about being in the hood? Well, how come Kid and Play talking about police brutality?
Right.
How come, like there's just certain styles of rap, certain styles of music that some guys need that in their music to sell their content.
Yeah.
And just like when actors, because I'm sorry to say it, I'm not sorry, but musicians are in the same boat as actors and stuff. You are given a platform to stand or not stand for whatever the hell you want. And because you don't choose to represent and make your agenda all about your race, or I don't mind that one bit. Like, just like I don't want every white guy that's an entertainer or some actors come over and get an award and be like, we have to do something about the starving children.
You don't want to be Rob Schneider.
And you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear any of this stuff from anybody.
Right.
I don't.
The only person I feel like is guilty of what you're saying, like legitimately guilty of what you're saying right now, and I understand the context in which you're saying it. Right. The only person I feel like is guilty is DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, now, mind you, DJ Khaled might be the most famous Palestinian on the planet. Right? Think about what Palestinian is more famous right now, August 17th, 2025. What Palestinian is more famous than DJ Khaled?
I can't think of any off top.
No, nobody, bro. No, but for years he's been the most famous Palestinian on the planet. Now, he's not from there. He's of that descent, right?
Right.
DJ Khaled hadn't said a word. A whisper of anything that's happening over there. You know why? Because he's making money. Now the thing with Drake and Kendrick Lamar is two American black dudes trying to outsell each other and trying to be the top dog in their sport. And they'll get there by any means necessary. Right?
Right.
DJ Khaled don't have competition, bro. Ain't no other DJ out there, no DJ such and such, trying to be the top dog over DJ Khaled.
I mean, well, let's say you're an artist that already has made it your legend, and Mike Brown gets killed in Baltimore, and Prince made a song called Baltimore
Yeah.
for that very same reason. He wasn't thinking about, oh well, if I do this song for this terrible tragedy, I'm not gonna sell any records because at the same time you're a human being and you chose to stand for something right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
I'm cool if an artist wants to do that. But
Mhm.
I'm not gonna crucify the ones that don't want to.
yeah.
Like that's the thing for me.
R.
Because
Kelly made a song about Malcolm Jamal Warner, and they never even met the dude before. Bro.
Mhm.
R. Kelly crying, "Oh, Theo is dead, bro. You ain't met Theo, bro, and you ain't pissed off for prison."
We don't know that. We don't know. He might have met him.
yeah, Mr. Big guessing on that joint probably too.
Now I thought I heard it. I thought I heard him say it in the song. You heard the song?
Oh, he never met him. Oh,
Yeah, I thought I heard him say it in the song, bro.
Why did Theo have to go? La di da, la di da.
And now yeah, and I feel you. I think the thing is one of the other things too, and y'all were talking about it, and I was away. It was funny. One of the things fell out the dish rack in the kitchen, and I know I'm up late, so I had to go in there and make sure, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, right? But one of the things that y'all mentioned was dang, I forgot what dang, I lost my train of thought. One of the things that y'all mentioned was I forgot. God, Lee, how did I forget that fast?
Yeah, well, we were talking about, well, like for instance, like does Pitbull speak out on Cuba and what's going on there, the dictatorship and people leaving Cuba still? You know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing with like.
but when you see like Coach, you see like a band like Rage Against the Machine, like who actually went over to Cuba and performed. They've spoken out about what goes on out there.
Yeah. And Zach De La Rocca, the lead singer of that group, he's of mixed race.
Right.
You know, Tom Morello, I don't know what he is, but he ain't all white. He's something.
Right.
Mixed,
He's
something.
mixed, yeah.
Isaiah Hartenstein.
Yeah, he's whiter than me.
He's a classic example of being mixed, and you can't tell. Like,
right.
And like, oh yeah, look at LaMelo Ball. That dude, he's really, he's really light skinned too.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's like in terms of artists legitimately having beef with each other and saying whatever it is to outsell each other on records. I'm like, bro, I understand the difference between art and real life.
I don't think Kendrick would have to stoop that low to put out misinformation out there if he wasn't getting information about it being true. I mean, because we heard rumors about Drake talking to teenage actresses in the DM.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah.
Right. So that looks
he
bad.
Was sending messages to like Millie Bobby Brown. And stuff
right. She was underage. Right. So that right there already looks bad as it is. Right. Because if you're a grown man, what are you DMing a teenage girl about? You know what I'm saying? And I think the argument was when we had George Floyd get killed, unfortunately. Why didn't Drake speak out? Because people want to relate to your music as an artist, right? When you had Nas come out with a song called Daughters, and he talked about how his teenage daughter Destiny at that time was talking to a boy on social media. That bothered him, and he let people turn into a song and let people know like, yo, this might be something that other fathers are going through with their teenagers on social media. People could relate to that. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't. For Drake, it's like if he's only getting a certain type of audience, and it's like all young girls. It's like how could anybody of our age relate to that?
Okay, so let me ask you a question then, only for clarification.
Right.
If that bothers you, right? That part. If that bothers you to the point where you have questions about it,
Mhm.
do you then connect that thing that's bothersome to what Kendrick Lamar said, link those two together to draw a conclusion? Or do you wait till Drake go to a trial, and have a jury of his peers judge him whether he's innocent or not?
Well, I mean, it could be true, and the industry might know, but nobody's saying anything. Like you see, oh, like for years when you heard of Diddy was doing stuff back in the '90s, we heard about that stuff, and we couldn't prove it. And you see now he's on trial for the stuff that he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So it might be like an industry thing where people know that Drake is doing something, and they don't want to talk about it.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. They say, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, even
Right.
if it's not to the full extent, there's something a little like. I mean, look, I hate to always bring him up, and a lot of times, unfortunately, he's the butt of some jokes now, and T-shirts and memes. But could you have believed it if someone started saying rumors about Bill Cosby, like in his heyday? If those rumors started coming out,
Mhm.
I mean, like that when that happened with Bill Cosby, it's hard for me to not to believe anything anymore. Like anything can happen, bro. Like
Mhm.
Bro,
I-
y'all talking to somebody that believe in the deep state. I believe in the deep state, bro. So it's like I know in real life anything can happen, bro. Because whether y'all consider me a conspiracy theorist or not, I think people will do. Y'all remember that song, hip hop song? What people do for money? What
Mhm.
people do for money? What people do for money? Yeah, people will do anything. People will do something strange for a piece of change, bro. It's what people do. Even if a slick lawyer comes up to you and be like, "Hey, I heard you went out on a date with Bill Cosby in 1971. I sure did. How'd it go? Oh, he put his hand on your knee? What was that? Oh, you can't remember? You passed out.
Right.
You know that it was. I believe in that type of stuff, bro. Coach, you know people, bro. You know people are stupid.
Yeah.
Bro, I wish y'all. I know y'all never heard of this group.
Mm.
I'm gonna put y'all on. They had a lead singer named Morrissey. It's a group called The Doors. Bro,
The Doors, yeah.
they
I know.
had a song called "People Are Strange." Coach,
Yes.
this is your homework assignment, Coach. The Doors. People Are
That
Strange.
that was in the Lost Boys movie.
They start about it, jealous people. They get mad seeing something they had. Somebody else is holding. They tell me that the temptation is very hard to resist.
Bro, they get if you are, bro, and try. This is the conversation I was saying
Mm.
back in the day. I mean, not back in the day, but maybe 2 or 3 months ago.
Mm.
If you're a rich, powerful black man that can't be controlled, the first thing people are gonna do is make you look like a crazy, sex-starved lunatic.
Kanye West.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, all of them. Bro. It's Jack. You remember Jack Johnson? The story of Jack Johnson.
Yes.
All the way from that, all the way through history. If you want to defang a black man, make him look crazy,
Yeah.
right? That's how you get it. Like, and here's the thing. With a white man, I learned this about 10 or 15 years ago. If you want to make a white man, you want to defang a white man, mess with his money. Like, go straight to his pocket. Straight to his pocket. Like, don't try to make him look bad. Go to his pocket. Stress him over finance, right? And we've seen this play out over the years. For the black guy, is make him look like a strange, deranged, such and such and such. And for the white guy, threaten his pocket, bro. Threaten his comfortable way of life. Like, tell him, like, no, you can't go to the movies, man. You got to get a second job. Right? Maybe put him in that thing. And that's, bro. And this is what we do. This is how we defang. But, bro, Smokey Robinson is being sued right now. Same thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
But you know what? Excuse me. The thing is, I mean, white people are guilty of this too. But I'm gonna get to the women part in a second. But black people are harshest and worst to their own kind than they are to others. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they talk smack about each other in like social media and oh that girl she this and that. But then it's a problem that happens because when we talk about the WNBA stuff and women in general,
Right.
women are the first one to. They're like, "Oh, girl, we're in this together," but they're the first one. The minute a woman has some success or gets a man or something, like they're quick to be talking about behind their back.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and for me in my line of work. I work with a lot of women, as a nurse, and I saw it every day.
Yep.
Hey girl, look, what's going on? How did the minute she walks out that room, her man is, I'm like, really? Like that's something I'll give credit to men about. Like, men will come out right at each other, like. When it comes to stuff like that. Now, I've met some men that are kind of like that. They'll talk back. But when it comes to at work, though, it's a different thing, man.
Yeah.
And I know, like, every group has their bad apples and all that stuff. And I don't mean to just put women in the worst light, but the biggest problem with women is each other. They don't support each other.
Right.
Like that's the whole thing. Like when we talk, this stuff that's happening with the WNBA right now. I've had enough sports to keep up with. You're gonna make me try to follow WNBA now too?
Right.
No, man, y'all follow that. You know how many women, including my ex-wife, she had a son that plays football in college. She knew I did it. I coached it. It was force fed to her. She still didn't learn the game. Didn't know nothing. But she liked the way their butts looked and their. She talked about how sexy they were. Oh, look at him. What's his name?
Right.
What position does he play? Like men get sexualized too. You know what I'm saying? You don't think women see these alpha dogs and alpha males out there and fantasize? I'm not saying the WNBA should be playing in bikinis, but that LFL football league, they were on to something, bro.
Right.
Like, because them girls, like, I swear I didn't watch it because a lot of them had juicy booties hanging out. I mean, that helped, but it was kind of entertaining, bro. Some of them girls were savage, bro.
Yeah.
Like, they hitting that league.
Right.
Like, they're actually doing athletic things. Like the WNBA is still seems so. I don't mean to talk bad about them, but they just look like a middle school boys basketball. Like with just the way they move and like it's just. I mean, yeah, there's a couple women out there that are super talented. I'm not knocking any of it, but come on, man! Like support the women, support your sports. That's why, that's why it's successful in Europe more because female sports fans over there, like they support other female sports.
Right.
That's why for the longest time, WNBA players in the off season would go to Europe to play basketball. They used to
To
make
make,
more money.
to make some real money.
Yeah, they make real money over there.
Right.
And you know, to me, if you love a sport and it's something you want to do for a living, you'll find a way to do it anywhere. Like I had an uncle who, unfortunately, he came up in the early 80s. He played against Boomer Esiason in high school on Long Island. My uncle Bruce. He used to be New York State's all-time leading rusher in high school. My uncle Bruce. And then Mike Hart, remember him?
Yep.
He used to be the running back for Michigan Wolverines, and then he was on the Colts for a little while. He came around. He was from upstate New York. He broke my uncle Bruce's high school, New York State high school rusher record later. But anyway, my uncle Bruce, he was a victim of back when athletes in high school, if you were really good, you didn't actually have to go to class. And
Yep.
like he was like the Dexter Manley said, he couldn't read. My Uncle Bruce couldn't read.
Wow.
Like it was that bad. Like, and so when it came to him getting recruited to go to college, he couldn't even pass like the basic tests to like get an entrance exam. So he was going to be like one of them. Back then, he used to call Prop 48. Like, remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
Like, probably you had to wait till you had like a red shirt year until you get your qualifications done, you know, or whatever. But he could never get it done. So he wound up trying out for the USFL when it came out. He was in camp with the Jersey Generals. He was actually doing sprints next to Herschel Walker and all that stuff. And he wound up hurting his hamstring in the tryouts. But there was an Italian football league there looking at the guys that maybe didn't make it or something. And asked if they wanted to come to Italy and play. And so my Uncle Bruce went over to Italy. And he had a whole career in American football.
Wow.
Over there. Yeah. And he used to send over like newspaper clippings. He'd be holding a bottle of cologne or something. Yeah, it was like back in the mid 80s, you know, like that league is still going on over there. It morphed into other, you know. But you know, long story short, if you want to keep your career going in any sport, you know, you can go, and I would suggest that to anybody. Like, if I was young enough again, I would have done it. You know, I should have done it when I was younger. Because I suggest that to any young person. If you have a chance to see how people live in Europe, it's different over there, bro. They have a whole different view of the world, different view of race, culture. There's racism over there too in Europe. I'm not saying there isn't. There's obviously racism everywhere. But you gotta understand, them countries in Europe have been countries, established civilizations for thousands of years. America's only been a country for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
We're like you know, America reminds me of like if a teenager won the lotto. Like, what if a 14-year-old kid won Powerball and he didn't have no parents or no one to help him with? Like, that's what happened with America. We were like a little kid and we got so powerful, so rich, so fast, and such an early time in our existence. Like, we didn't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? We went wild with our money. You know what I mean? And that's something I think it's spilled over to our society and our cultures. And it's made us forgot where we've come from, what this country used to stand for, you know. and it's different for everybody because I didn't walk a mile in y'all's shoes. Like you guys are only a generation or two removed from having family members that were enslaved, bro. Like
Yep.
I couldn't relate to that, man. And I'm not gonna lie, I coming up, I had that thing that's called white guilt. You know, people talk about like I feel bad for that shit. You know, it wasn't my people doing it. You know, but
Right.
because my people, being an Italian American, I mean, we weren't chained. We came over on boats too, and we were made to do job. Like they changed a lot of our names, and they messed up our names at Ellis Island, and
Yep.
you know, they didn't. You know, we weren't slaves or anything, but they did jobs that were labor jobs, and you know, so. But then the mafia started happening, and you know, unions, and you know,
Right.
stuff. Nah, but no, what I'm getting at really with all of this is, I think no matter what race you are, you could learn a lot by opening yourself up to other cultures, other countries. Like it's okay to have patriotism and be proud of where you're from, whether it's on a regional level, like your own hood, your own state, your own region of the country, America in general. But sometimes there's other people in other places that do things better. And it's okay to humble yourself enough and admit that.
Right.
And unfortunately, we have someone that's running our country right now that doesn't like to admit that. You know, they're blindly saying we're the best at everything when we're not.
Right.
You know, you say something like one of those types of people, you say something enough times, it becomes true, like in their eyes, you know. So I don't know, man. It's I'm glad the way this world is, as far as we're open enough and free enough to get on this platform, and I can sit here and hang out with you guys, you know, and I don't even think about each other's upbringing and race and stuff when we talk about the things we all talk about, you know.
Right.
To me, we're all flesh and blood, just like that song. We're only human, with flesh and blood of man. You know, that's why I love music, man. It's really it like I talked about this the other night when your other friend was here. Like music is the soundtrack of our life, you know.
Yeah.
Like you can actually, you know how like Bumblebee from the Transformers, like when he used to like communicate, he would always put a song on,
Yeah.
like words he said, you know, like that's you can almost do that.
You home?
Yeah, yeah. Like we can have a whole conversation of just we could probably like go through and just do all song lyrics and like to express ourselves and our thoughts. Yeah, sorry, man. I feel like I just babble on. I ate a gummy. I ate a Saturday night. I ate a gummy tonight. So.
Oh boy. Yeah,
ramble on.
But try to your point, man, about Kendrick though.
Oh, my bad.
I understand where people coming from about the essence of rat beef, right?
Right.
But at the same time, with rat beef, man, every rat beef, somebody pushes the envelope more and more and more and more until we got to a point where somebody officially crossed the line, right? Because I mean, I mean, bro, come on, man. When you put pictures of Prodigy on stage with a tutu on, and he was a kid.
Right.
See, to me, that's crossing the line.
But it was actual. The thing that makes the battle so legendary was they used actual things that happened in the artist's life, like Prodigy being in ballet. That was an actual thing that he was doing. You know,
Right.
or Jay-Z sleeping with Carmen, with Nas's baby mother.
Bro, the thing with Prodigy and the thing with grown-ups,
Mhm.
grown-ups is two different things, though. To me, the message Jay-Z is sending to kids is you got to be a thug out the womb. You can't experiment and try stuff and find out what kind of person you are based on what Jay-Z is saying.
I mean, look where he came from, Marcy Projects. That's a rough neighborhood. He grew up in his environment the way that he did to survive. And sometimes people do things that they don't necessarily want to do because of the environment to survive.
Right.
You know,
But everybody that come out of them situations don't become Jay-Z.
Right.
I'm one of them. People can say what they want to say about Brooklyn, about East New York, about South Bronx. Man, I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey, bro. I'm from Jersey City, New Jersey.
Mhm.
Dude, a 12-year-old boy when Born Supreme get shot. Born Supreme might have been a 14-year-old boy. Took me under his wing to make me streetwise. Like, hey man, stay in school, stay in them books. Man, you make the honor roll, I'll buy you something from Poppy down the street. He was 14, man. I was 10.
Mhm.
Right.
He was telling me stuff about Pops because my Pops is black. I hit a home run in the All-Star game to win the game. And I came home, my Pops was like, that ain't shit. You ain't gonna be shit because I wasn't shit. He said it to my face, bro. I was 10 years old. He said to my face and meant it with all his heart. In his way, he's trying to encourage me, but the words he said was crazy.
Yeah.
Right? Born Supreme was like, nah, man. Yo, you got both of your parents at home, man. Y'all grandmama be keeping y'all in church, man. Stay out these streets, bro. Right? I remember a dude gave me, I remember one time a dude, this is like 1981-ish. A dude gave me a nickel bag. He was like, yo, you sell this, I'll give you half the money. Right? A nickel bag, bro. And I was about to pee in my pants holding a nickel bag. He came back to me, he's like, where my money? I was like, nah, bro, here, take this. This ain't for me. He's like, nah, man, you took it. No. Here, take this. Born Supreme came to him and was like, yo, if I ever messing with Uncle Freezy again, I'm gonna kill you. This is what he told the dude. The dude was like, man, but you know the rule of the street. And Born Supreme was like, yo, the rule of the street is such and such. This I hood, blah, blah, blah. He stood up for me right there because the dude was getting ready to try to do something to me because I ain't sell a nickel bag, bro. We're gonna spend the dude. Basically, what I'm saying is there are people that grow up in an environment. You don't have to become what people tell you to become.
Right.
You can be the theoretic roles that grew in the concrete. Right? Like legit, the same dude that was saving me and other cats my age, Keith from across the street, Keith from down the street, Junior from up the street, Shantae and them, Black Widow, all of us, man, all of us in the same hood. Born Supreme saving us, man. You know what happened, bro? We were sitting outside writing in our composition notebook. An old school black caddy pulled up, right? They got out. They looked at Born Supreme. They knew who he was. Dude walked over to him with a cigarette in his hand and shot Born Supreme in the face right there in front of all of us. They finished his cigarette, got back in the car, and they took off. We ain't never heard nothing else again. And it's in the hood. In the hood, they was instead of us calling the ambulance, they're like, yo, man, they just shot Born Supreme. And Born, a 14-year-old kid, bro, laying down on the thing dying. He died right there. The ambulance came, the morgue came before the ambulance got there, bro. Like legitimately, like these are the things that we face. That's why when I hear dudes like Jay-Z say stuff, bro, I'm like, I get it. I understand where you're from, and I understand the stuff that you went through, right? And same thing with Ice Cube and everybody be telling these stories about all the stuff they saw, all the stuff they did. But just because you be from that doesn't mean you have to be that.
Right.
Like people say product of your environment and things of that sort. You can be
Hey, Tori.
Tory being the place to be. What's good? Salute. You can be from these rough places, bro, but you don't have to be
Right.
that comes from that thing. Man, I grew up in Jersey City. I spent most, not all, but most of my summers in the South Bronx, USA. The same stuff I saw in the South Bronx, USA, same stuff I saw in Jersey City. Dope boys, pimps, gangsters, hustlers, people that used to pick you, like people like robbers, basically. Like, but they didn't just rob a certain thing; they just robbed whatever was valuable. You had a ski hat, they trying to steal it. You had hubcaps in your car, they trying to steal it. Your grandma walking down the street with a pocketbook, they trying to snatch it. Food stamps, when food stamps used to be mailed to your house, they going in your mailbox. Like that was their thing. That was their thing. And I was there with them. But you know what? I didn't turn out like them because I didn't want to. Right? I had guidance, like people legitimately like, hey, Uncle Freezy, I don't care how broke you are, bro. Broke is a mindset. Broke is not a financial set. Broke is a mindset. Right? You know what I'm saying? So it's one of these things, like when you hear like people say certain things, like that's why when people say, yo, man, nah, man, this dude right here, he ain't black enough. I need a real such and such to do. I'm like, bro, y'all have no idea the stuff that I went through, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, you have no idea. Like when I'll tell a story real quick, just real quick. When I got out of the military, I was trying to find a way. I couldn't find a job because when I was in the military, people had the yellow ribbons and all that stuff on trees. And on y'all remember the Desert Storm? Remember that feeling? Remember Lee Greenwood and all that? Proud to be American. All this stuff, right, was happening. All this stuff, right? I get out of the military right after that. I'm trying to find a job. People won't hire veterans. They won't. I had to legit start back boxing. I start back boxing to try to pay some bills, right? And then I got into this thing. It's not Fight Club, but it's kinda. It's like when you and your homeboys get up with somebody else. They got a tough guy, and we got a tough guy, and everybody pool all their money in, winner take all. Right, and you just get the feel, and they turn their headlights on, and you just fight over the bread. And I'm legit out there fighting because Coach, one time they put $10,000 up. Right, the hood come through with like $10,000, Coach. I beat this dude, whoop my ass, but I win. I mean, this dude whooped my ass, Coach, but I won. The dude wound up tapping out. He gave up. Right. Out of that $10,000, you know how much money I walked away with? $400.
Wow.
But I needed that $400, bro.
Yeah.
I needed that $400, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I legit needed that $400. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I did all kind of stuff like fighting people, man. Like, I did all kind of stuff that I regret. Now, I did a lot of stuff that I regret. But here's the thing, though. When I was able to finally maneuver away and do stuff, when I could get a leg up, I took that leg up. I'm better. And people with the leg up now, like these billionaires, I'll talk about stuff on the street, bro. What do you know about the street and you're a billionaire? It's the reason why, like, when I hear Kendrick talk, bro, I'm like, man, I don't know how much money he got. I'm not counting his pocket. What I'm saying is, what I do feel like is, when you know better, you should do better, right? When you have the opportunity to, doing this beef, calling somebody about, the thing with Drake, bro, that's beyond. And while I don't like Drake like that, I do understand where he's coming from, because Kendrick Lamar is coming at that man's pocket, and that man is trying to protect his pocket. Right, and Drake will do anything to protect his status, and I don't blame him for that, bro. Because at some point, it should be about the art, should be about skill, and not about how the audacity to say, the gumption to say certain things.
Yeah, it's almost like one or the two of them, or they're both guilty, or one of them's guilty of it, or whatever. It's like it isn't rap in a hip hop culture unless there's some active beef going on. There's got to be something always going on with somebody, because that's part of the culture. Like, it started off with the old like Kool Mo D and Busy B,
Right.
and then like the old Roxanne thing, and
Yep.
the Boogie Down Productions and the Juice Crew feuds, and then when Ice Cube started having a feud with Dre and Easy E, and you know what I'm saying, and like Tupac and Biggie, like Little Kim and Foxy Brown,
Yep.
like Jay-Z and Nas, like who's the king of New York? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And then like even like 50 Cent, and didn't like 50 Cent and Ja Rule have a thing
They're
like
still
for a
beefing.
minute? And then if you want to keep it a buck, like people been, because Drake, whether you like him or not, you like his music or not, he crossed over. Okay. And in some guys' eyes, he's a sellout because of that.
Wait. Hey, so you don't think Kendrick crossed over?
Yeah, oh
Well-
yeah, Kendrick did too, but Kendrick tries to still keep it like he still has his foot in, the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Drake had Meek Mill had to beef with him, Pusha T, like they're all coming at the guy on top or the most popular guy just to get there. So that's why everyone tries to poke at Eminem. If Eminem did a diss track back at you, then you actually maybe word a little bit of something for him to do it back at you. Because a lot of times someone will try to remember the Game tried to do some long. He did a diss track and Eminem didn't even answer
Listen,
because he wasn't even worthy to answer it. No offense to the Game, you know what I'm saying? But
Kendrick, I think Kendrick is. I don't look at Kendrick as a mainstream artist, like, even though he is somewhat. But I feel like if he put out music and he happened to go rich off of it, I don't look at it as his fault. It's just that people gravitate to him because they believe that he's really that good as an artist. The thing with Drake has always been promoted as a mainstream artist. Even with the mixtapes, he was being on Lil Wayne's label. Lil Wayne was always promoted as a mainstream artist on Cash Money. Nicki Minaj, same with her. So it's that was always Drake's lane. It's not like he tried to do something different and do an underground album or something like this. He was always promoted as a mainstream artist. It's just that there's some artists that they start off underground and then they happen to make it to mainstream, like a Kendrick or a Common, and then but they don't act like it. Kendrick doesn't act like he's too good for people. Drake, I feel like Drake acts like that.
Yeah. But he's always been that way, though, bro. He didn't turn that way.
see, I think the thing about Drake, because Drake doesn't come across as genuine with his like, it's kind of like what Will Smith. It's almost like when Will Smith was the Fresh Prince, DJ Jazz Jeff and the Fresh Prince, he had more respect and clout as far as with the hip hop community.
Right.
But then, like when he became Will Smith and he started acting, you almost look back now. It's like, man, he was playing a part, bro. He was playing a role. And I almost think the same that this is gonna be a take that not a lot of people are gonna like to hear this take. I think Tupac was a little bit of that too, bro.
Very.
Like Tupac, he was playing a role, man. Like he wasn't really that hood. I mean, I don't know. I'm just that's just my personal opinion.
But I feel like for hip hop, we kind of like we kind of punish our artists for going outside of hip hop and making it in other endeavors that they, what I'm saying? And I don't feel like when you look at Drake or Will Smith or even Pac that they should be penalized because they want to get money in other avenues instead of rap. But it's like we turn our nose up to those artists because it's like they're leaving. They're no longer street. They're no longer hip hop once they go into Hollywood, and we kind of like look at them differently. And
Right.
I've seen that happen with Will Smith, and it's unfair because it's like I thought the whole point was to make it out of the hood and to be successful.
No, and I respect that, but and as the Fresh Prince, he never rapped about anything that was hard or hood like anyway.
Will Smith is not from the hood.
Yeah, but he wasn't from the hood, and that was he was like
He
was
told
like
y'all
a-
in the song, West Philadelphia,
Yeah.
born and raised,
yeah,
playground. Remember all that stuff? Will Smith
yeah.
was
He was like the suburban rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like coming
Right.
up. So but like Ice Cube and Ice T, they both have become actors and they're Hollywood now. But I don't think of them the same. I still know the way they came up.
Right.
I still I knew when they were in the rap game, they were living it. Like what
Mhm.
they were rapping, they lived it.
Right.
Whereas I feel like Tupac came into it like he knew the entertainment angle of it and was playing up the park a little more. Not discrediting his talent, the way he was as a rapper, it's still immensely
or his background, because
Right.
his background is thorough. Now,
right.
he has a real background, right? His mother and his stepfather, all that stuff is 100% real and documented.
Right.
Mhm.
And like and there isn't this stereotypical background that you have to have. That's the thing. Like I'm not vilifying or discrediting Tupac or anyone else that didn't have a rough life growing up. Like that's not a precursor that you have to be a hard rapper or to have be a rapper in general. It's not like this resume you have to have. You know, just like it's not a resume of football players that have to have a rough life and didn't have pops around and mama was doing everything and they had to grow up early and you know, like not every football player has that background, you know. So I feel like you don't have to do the same thing with rappers either. So and especially nowadays with social media and how famous you can become so fast, like a lot of this stuff seems so attainable to like young artists so quick.
Bro, you seen that artist Bad Baddie? The white girl?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
The one that was on Dr. Phil.
Was it? That's her?
Yeah. Catch Me Outside then or some
Oh.
Catch These Hands.
Yeah. I mean, you like, what is going on, bro?
So
Is that the same person? I
I
thought
think it is. Bad Baddie.
yeah.
I think that's who it is. She was on Dr. Phil back in the day. Yeah, that is her.
It is?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know that.
She went on Dr. Phil when she was like 14. And she was like really bad, like with her mom and stuff. And someone in the audience said something, or Dr. Phil said something. She said, "Well, catch me outside then," or "These hands." She was just talking real hood, you know.
Yeah.
Right.
And then she did, I think she did OnlyFans. I don't know, she did something when she was 18. I don't know what it was. But then she started rapping and doing music and stuff. But now she's a millionaire. I mean,
imagine it in hip hop.
look at Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is literally, he started this all. It's his fault, really.
How?
Because Justin Bieber, he was this kid on YouTube singing and doing other stuff. And someone noticed him. And he became a famous artist. And then all of a sudden, the snowball from there.
But he actually has talent, though.
What's that?
Justin Bieber actually has talent. He can actually sing.
Oh yeah. Oh, you know who the Dr. Phil? Yeah, McGill said it's Bad Barbie. But is that
Oh.
who you were talking about though?
No, Bad Daddy.
Oh, okay. I can't keep up with these damn.
Oh no.
There's Bad Bunny, Bad Barbie, Bad Baby. All
Yeah,
the
some people you see, you like,
bro. There's all the littles. You know, little this, little that, little this.
that's why I'm saying to Tri-Borough's culture, that this because it's not my culture, bro. This culture that this ain't my culture,
It's
bro.
not mine. It's not mine.
Because
No.
my hip hop culture.
Because you got that Yankee hat on, bro.
No. My hip hop was 80s and 90s. That was my hip hop.
Bro, what I'm saying, bro, hip hop didn't start with just black people, bro. Like legit, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. And with my experience with hip hop is hip hop was a culmination of everybody that liked to vibe together.
It's NWA's fault, bro.
Like the Spanish dudes like to dance, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Spanish dudes legit like to dance, bro. And then when you could start break dancing, bro, and watch them do, and here go the other thing too, one of the slept on things.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it used to be white dudes in our hood that could tag, and they were teaching people how to tag, and they was teaching people about what trains you can go to, what train be at what stop for how long, and all these things. Like these dudes, like, you know what I'm saying, the B train come, the B train come up at 6 o'clock, and then they stop, do maintenance on it, and then it be at the rail yard all night till 6 in the morning. So you could be out there all night tagging on a train, and we ain't know stuff like that. We like, what? The train just sit for like 12 hours? He's like, yo, come on, man. Don't tell me you thought the train run all night. Yes? No, the train run all night, fool. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I used to be a b-boy. I used to break dance.
Yeah, bro, and they teach you, because they teach you little stuff like combining colors. They was teaching us stuff like where to get the spray paint from. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, a Pathmark in the back, they be having the dented cans on sale for 39 cents. Like, yo, spray paint costs $4. He's like, nah, man, once the can get dented, bro, they can't sell it as a. And so I'm like,
make sure you get some paint thinner. You got to get the paint thinner, and
bro, all of this, bro. like hip hop is like, as a culture, hip hop is the culmination of a lot of stuff. A lot of, like, one of the people that don't get credit for what they did to hip hop is Dapper Dan. Some people don't even know who Dapper Dan is.
Dapper Dan.
Like, we never even knew what luxury. We didn't even know we could afford luxury brands before Dapper Dan, and we couldn't. But Dapper Dan get the knockoffs.
Right.
See, I came up just like what you said, Tribal. This ain't my hip hop, bro.
Right.
Like, I came up with smart, intelligent, suburban, like Long Island rappers, bro. Those are my dudes. Like the EPMDs, and like I came up on that. Like that was rap to me. And then all of a sudden I heard the NWA, and I kind of Chesterfield. I had all these little skits in between.
Mm-hmm.
Don't matter, just don't bite it.
Yeah.
And all these things. And then I heard of this guy named Too Short.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you start playing that stuff for impressionable young men that like to. This has been going on for years. Yeah. This is before our time, but back in the day, people used to sneak off and listen to Red Fox records.
Yeah.
He used to talk dirty in his comedy. Yeah. Like people like, ooh, listen, you hear what he said? That's what, when they started putting the parental advisory stickers on that stuff. Yeah. That's when you know it was good. Ooh,
thank you, Luke.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying about hip hop. Like, I think people take hip hop and just make it homogenous. Like everything that's off center is hip hop. If you wear your hat backwards, that's hip hop. If you paint your car a non-traditional color, that's hip hop. Right?
If your jeans are baggy.
that's hip hop. If you wear too much jewelry or your jewelry is excessive, that's hip hop. Right? Like all these things that's a little bit off center from the norm, people just place it in that hip hop category. When
If you wear a condom on your eye, glasses, that's hip hop.
that's hip hop. Yeah. Yeah. But in the beginning,
wear your
in the
pants
beginning-
backwards.
in the beginning, we used to keep hip hop to ourselves. Like if you was doing it and doing it wrong, like nah, that ain't hip hop. If you was doing it and doing it wrong, we would like just say no, that ain't hip hop. But now, if you do it and do it wrong, people are like that's absolutely hip hop, and we need more people doing it wrong. That's why this like the dudes wearing the skirts thing. I don't care. I don't care. I saw Roddy Piper wear a kilt, bro. I don't.
Hey, the manliest men. I mean, y'all ever see the movie Braveheart?
Yep.
Are you questioning their masculinity?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Redhead dude.
Oh, them dudes. You don't get more harder than that.
I feel like we've come a long way from cell tops and Kangol hats, and it's like now when you see an artist like a Kid Cudi wear a dress on Saturday Night Live, and people look at that like, yo, that's not hip hop. You know.
But then you see at NBA games. Remember who's the team we saw in the away game? They had the ice check, and everyone's showing off their diamonds and their thick necklaces and stuff, bro. I mean, that used to be an exclusive thing, a thick gold chain like that.
That was the Orlando game. Remember, that was the Orlando game.
Yeah, it wasn't the Orlando game.
Yeah, that was the Orlando game. You know, Orlando was mad progressive, bro.
Yeah, I remember we were saying, man, don't put that camera on me if I was in New York or something. They will find me after the game.
Yeah, right.
Hey, there's that dude. They got that chain.
See, I agree with what Miguel is saying. Like, you wouldn't get caught dead in the hood wearing a dress. Because people will look at you funny and people will think, oh, well, he's not a straight man anyway. You wearing a dress in the hood.
Yeah.
So it didn't represent how people dressed in the hood. You know?
That's not like the thing that bothers me about that is he didn't come up wearing a dress, bro.
Right.
He's doing that for the clicks.
Right.
Bro, that's what it is. Like
I agree.
Caleb Williams finger putting nail polish on and wearing it. That dude didn't come up like that, bro.
Right.
They're all doing this stuff for clicks
Right.
and chicks. But that's the real problem in the equation. I think we talked about this on another show that came up about how some of these guys nowadays are more feminine stuff. As long as the women are all right with it, the dudes are going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And if they really like it, they'll do it, even if they're not comfortable doing it.
Bro,
Me personally, I won't.
Bro, no lie. And this is, I guess it was like 88, 89. I was in Austin, Texas. And I seen a bunch of dudes walk into the club with leather jackets on and bald heads, right? Whatever. I'm like, cool, whatever. I walk up. So I'm like, what's going on with these dudes? Like, because I'm not, this like is unfamiliar to me. Like motorcycle jackets and chains. And I get up close to them, they got all their fingernails painted black. Right? Like,
Yeah.
this is odd to me. Like, I do like, hey man, why y'all paint your fingernails black, man? He's like, it's a vibe, man. It's what we do. I do what I feel like doing. I wear what I feel like wearing. It's like, okay. I just went on and enjoyed the rest of my night, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so I've seen it go I've seen that all the way back to the early 90s, bro. Dude. Dudes paint their fingernails because they want to be different. Their thing was anarchy. Coach, you remember when dudes used to paint the anarchy thing on the wall, graffiti?
Yeah.
The old anarchy symbol? Because they didn't want to be held, they didn't want to be bound by rules. And now they don't have to paint the anarchy sign nowhere now because there are no more rules for them to break. All the social rules are broken, a million pieces, right? And so they basically won. Right? Like with me, I don't care what your sex is, how you dress, I don't care how you talk, I don't care none of that stuff. Just don't be, as long as you're not being offensive to me directly, I'm okay. Because to me, when you limit self-expression, you limit other freedoms and all that stuff. If we limit it, man, think about it. If freedom of expression was limited, the three of us probably would never have met.
Yeah. And you're right. Like I'm all for that guy. And if someone is having their own self-expression, that's how they want to express themselves, I'm for it. But when you start doing it as a group of people and you're all dressing the same, you're doing it for attention.
Right.
Like, all right, let's all get together and wear black leather jackets and shave our heads and wear black nail polish. Like, if they all had their own thing in that vein, that's one thing. But when you do stuff like that, you know, what's considered masculine or manly in some cultures is different than other cultures. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, just like you were saying about the kilts. There's some guys saying, I wouldn't wear no dress. I mean, bro, part of my self-expression when I was in a band, I was in my rock band, I had a black leather kilt. And I had like I wore black combat boots, and I had a black mesh wife beater. And bro, I look hard, bro. I look good. Yeah, I look good in that. I mean, I had a lot of female, you know, fans. I liked it, you know.
Right.
My hair was long and stuff. You know, I was in good shape. I had my septum pierced at the time, and like a little horn right here. You know, I had a hemp necklace. You know, that was part of my getup. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. That was my self-expression at the time. And like at the end of the show, and I was probably about 300 pounds at this time, but I was in good shape for that weight. At the end of the show, I used to jump up and do a toe touch, you know, in my kilt. You know, I'd be wearing some boxer briefs, so it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't like the true no undies. I wasn't free balling like they were in Scotland back in the day. Although, you know, I'm not like Flea. I wasn't that comfortable. Flea, I seen Flea's dick more than I would like to in my life. I mean, he did that at Woodstock '99, bro.
Right. Yeah, I remember.
Oh man, man, Netflix has this. They have this series. It's called Trainwreck, and they're documentaries of all these kind of things that went off the rails, like events or things that happened.
Right.
And they did one on Woodstock '99. Man, that show was good, bro. It was a good documentary.
I saw that.
Man, it was good, man.
Yeah.
And it was messed up, the whole situation. But Flea was up there naked. But hey, that's part of his self-expression, you know what I'm saying? Like all the Red Hot Chili Peppers, I remember they all came out with socks on their junk.
Right.
You know, some concerts. Like that was, you know.
But that was a way of self-expression. And right, some people consider it art, and some people consider it pushing that line too far.
Yeah.
Like sometimes the thing that people don't understand is you need a boundary to know how far to go. right? Like some people want to go too far because of shock value, and other people want to go too far so that you can call attention to what it is that you're doing.
Right.
Now putting a sock on yourself, I'm like, man,
Yeah.
I mean,
You ain't walk around.
what we doing out here? But
Like, did Prince really need assless pants?
Exactly. I think he knew people was going to talk about the VMAs that when he performed, and everybody was talking about it.
right. Now, like for instance, like doing a song like Self Destruction, like you pushing the boundary way out there, but you're doing it for a reason.
Right.
Like when you get rappers that legit don't like each other, don't even like to be in the same room, right? But you get them to do a song together about coming together and stop the self-destruction. See now, because at the time, people forget at the time you got Kool Moe Dee and LL Cool J in the same room, right? Right. The irony is they didn't really dislike each other. They just wanted to be the best at their craft.
Self-destruction.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like sometimes, like for instance, as Knicks fans, and Chad, this is for my pardon the basketball reference just for a few, but as Knicks fans, sometimes we push the boundaries too far because we want to bring attention to something that we think doesn't have enough attention, but is absolutely absorbing all the attention. So when you do it, all it does is make us not want to pay attention to it even more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when people talk about Mitchell Robinson, Mitch is the GOAT. I like Mitch, right? I like Mitch, right? Oh, Karl Anthony Towns. Like Karl Anthony Towns, he could be the MVP. Like, okay, listen.
He's better than Patrick Ewing.
Calm down, relax. Like what we coach, like right? Am I lying? Like what are we doing out here? Like you know, like good players, they fit in a system really nice, well together. You know, a dude told me Aaron Judge is going to have a better career than Barry Bonds.
Wow.
Right? He's like, yo, look at how many home runs he hit per year. Look at his average of home runs per year, bro. Look at his batting average and blah. Calm down, bro. Relax. When Aaron Judge gets walked with the bases loaded, then I'll on purpose, then I'll start, you know what I'm saying? But man, come on. I mean, you find that, but when we push the boundary past his limit for the sake of pushing the boundary past his limit, I think that's when things get ridiculous. Right? Like legit, when I see the people with the tattoos, with their faces tattooed all the way up, where you can't even tell if they're human anymore. You push the boundary. You push the boundary too far. In my opinion. But that's some people's way of expressing themselves. But don't fill out that job application and give it to me because I'm not turning it in.
Yep.
That's one of the things you accepted when you decided to express yourself. Try, you remember Salt and Pepper song Expressions?
Yes. I have that record.
That's what I'm saying. Like this channel here is set up for us to express ourselves about many different topics and tell the truth as we see it. Sometimes in telling the truth, we'll get new information, we'll process it, and change how we feel on the spot based on new information. So that's why I say let them do it.
I mean, like for me, we've had people express. I mean, think about how ahead of his time Dennis Rodman was. Like Dennis Rodman had been doing this since the mid '90s. What the stuff everyone's doing now? No one ever doubted Dennis Rodman's masculinity back then.
No, I always thought he was crazy.
And he was just crazy, and women loved him.
Yeah.
Like, and when Shaq used to talk about, or whoever, they said, "Man, Dennis Rodman came right from the game, just stanking like vinegar. Didn't he take a shower, went straight to the club, and women all over him still."
All over him. Yeah.
Like, the dude dressed up in a wedding dress back then in
To be on
makeup,
Sports Illustrated. Yeah.
and no one was talking about transgender or is Dennis Rodman gay or this and that. Like, there was no agendas. He was just self-expressing himself.
Right.
And look, Dennis Rodman's like that. And he was like that because that dude has some demons in his life. You know, you ever see when he talks and he starts to, now later in his life, he talks back on some stuff. You know, he gets choked up, you know, sometimes. You know, same with like Mike Tyson. You know, he gets, you know, when you get him come back to the thing you were talking about earlier, when they paint a black man into being crazy to try to shun him, you know. Now, Mike didn't do himself any favors with some of the things he said in the press. I'm like, eat your children, you know, all that stuff.
Right. Yeah, Mike is something.
Hey, but he admits it, you know. And it's weird, like, to see Mike now, you know. He has his moments here and there where he's like one poke away from being an old Mike sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like snapping on something.
I would poke the hell out of Mike. I'd poke the hell out of him. Y'all know me, I can't help it, bro. If you get Mike Tyson in a room, bro, I'm telling you, Mike is gonna knock somebody out, bro. It won't be me, but it'll be somebody.
It still makes me mad that he took that paycheck with Jake Paul, bro.
Yeah.
That was, if someone don't believe that's not a fix, bro.
He needed the money though. Mike said he needed money.
That's what's wrong with boxing. When the most famous people in your sport now aren't even boxers yet,
Right.
you got a problem with your sport.
Yeah, it was fixed.
It's a shame because I used to be a big fan of boxing, bro. Boxing's dead.
Yeah.
Like one of the most drop the mic moments, and someone that can go back on a video. If you ever see that clip, this is back when Joe Rogan still had hair. When he went on ESPN, I think it was on a Max Kellerman show or something. Remember when he used to have the boxing show and stuff?
Yeah.
And UFC was first coming up. And that one guy, I forget his name, he kind of has a lisp a little bit. He's a real boxing enthusiast. I forget his name. He ain't around no more.
Okay.
He was arguing with, oh, it's human cockfighting and blah, 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 blah. And like Joe Rogan was like, you're just mad because your sport is dying. He goes, everyone that's famous now are going to be the last famous boxers in boxing. Blah, 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 blah. And bro, he was like, almost everything he said is right, bro. It's like crazy. Because now, if I'm coming up, because it used to be when boxers came up, it's because they had a rough life and they had to box, you know, or whatever. Like just same like with Freezy. Like he had to fight begrudgingly to make ends meet, you know.
Yeah.
Things like that. And look at Mike Tyson's background, you know.
Yeah.
But most fighters became fighters because they fought their whole life. Then all of a sudden, the Klitschko's came around and made it like a sport, like an athletic venture for someone that a skill you can learn and be good at it. You know what I mean? Like, and guys like that started coming up, and then like now, if I'm a kid coming up in the fight game, and I'm looking at boxing and UFC, I'm gonna go to I'm gonna go to an MMA gym, bro. Why would I go to a boxing gym?
Because on the streets, that's because people don't fight no more. On the street, nobody's gonna put me in the fucking Cobra Clutch in the bar, bro. They
do now because of MMA. Everyone's trying to choke people out.
Coach, ain't nobody gonna put me in a damn arm bar at the ATM. Give me your money, or I'll put you in a crippler crossface. Like that ain't gonna happen, bro.
It's more than just submissions.
You learn how to. You get nice with these off survival, or you get nice with these because you just have God-given quick twitch, power, chin, coordination, or desire. You don't have to have all of these things, but if you have one of them, you could be successful at being a fighter.
Yeah.
Like
now they'd rather do this.
You don't have to be quick twitch.
There ain't this no more. Now it's this.
Exactly. So you're gonna need to use the Cobra Clutch on them when they pull out a weapon.
Bro, the history of man, history of man is stick and ball, right? That's it. Either these right here or a stick. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we love sports. That's why we were addicted to it, because it's a thing that comes natural. Bro, if the UFC champ came in here right now in peak condition, walked into this room that I'm in right now, and was like, Uncle Freezy, I'll whoop your ass.
He would.
By the time the cops get here to take my statement on why a dude is knocked out in my room, I'll probably gonna smoke a cigarette, bro.
Freezy. Every boxer in the world thinks that they can knock out a UFC guy, bro. It's the funniest thing I ever heard.
Coach, I watch these dudes, bro. They don't have natural, bro. Their whole mindset is, I need to make them tap.
No, it's not. See, that shows me right there that you don't watch UFC.
I do watch UFC. Why would a boxer?
It ain't submission. It ain't submissions only though. There's more knockouts than the submissions.
I understand that, coach. But what I'm saying is this dude legit. What's the best UFC dude right now? Just going, whoever it is. John Jones.
Bro, Tom Aspinall would whoop your ass.
Look
him up. Look up Tom Aspinall, the heavyweight champ. He's quicker than the quickest heavyweight of all time. Look him up. Tom Aspinall. He's from England.
By the time he reaching for my knees and ankles to put me in a sharpshooter.
That's not what he does. He's got hand. He's gonna kick you in the face. You won't even get to him.
He's not kicking me in the face, bro.
Yes, he will.
Life is not a video game, bro. We're not playing Contra.
To these dudes, these guys are the top of the food chain, bro. Look, I'm the first one to not be scared. There's no man in this world that makes me nervous.
If I let a man do a full pirouette and put his heel on my chest, I deserve to be knocked out.
And you being that stubborn to really know about the fight game, to think that's being a boxer. You know how many boxers have tried to do UFC and got killed? James Toney.
Bro, UFC.
He's one of your best.
Yeah, he's James Toney is great.
No, but he's up there. I mean,
in age, this dude's like 52.
He fought Randy Couture. He was a dinosaur in UFC.
Bro, James Toney is so washed up, bro.
So was Randy Couture.
James Toney is like putting Melly Mel on a feature with Lotto and Melly Mel together. I mean, come on, bro. You gotta give me something here, man. You gotta give me something, man.
I can't, bro. When it comes to the boxing and MMA, it's like comparing the NBA to the WNBA, bro. When it comes to fighting,
I know that's what I'm trying to tell you.
No, and boxing is WNBA.
Oh no,
like boxing is one piece of MMA. there's boxers in the NBA. I mean, in the MMA, you know, like that used to box, and they decided to cross over to MMA when they were younger instead of keep boxing. There's kickboxers, Thai fighters. Like these guys are all they don't just come and grab you. Like if a wrestler grabs you, you are not getting them off of you. Boxing's not going to help you when a wrestler gets a hold of you. Like a real Olympic level wrestler. Brock Lesnar gets a hold of you, bro. I don't care how hard you punch. You know what you can do?
Brock Lesnar. You know what I learned about big guys like Brock Lesnar? When you hit them on the button, they snore really loud.
Bro, you want to know who hits the hardest in the world? Francis Ngannou.
He's not a boxer, bro.
I know he's not a boxer. He's a UFC guy
Yeah,
who fought one of the best heavyweights ever, and I think fought him pretty well and wasn't even a boxer. He's an MMA guy. Never had real boxing training ever.
That dude got hit on a button and went straight to sleep. That dude was sleeping when he hit the mat.
It was Anthony Joshua. Last I checked, Freezy's not Anthony Joshua.
Okay.
If you ask Anthony Joshua if he wants to fight Tom Aspinall, he won't.
Because it's Anthony Joshua.
Oh, I think you need to look up Tom Aspinall. Look at his fights.
Bro, UFC is whack.
But then you had McGregor against Mayweather, and Mayweather beat him.
Yeah, in boxing, it's a totally different. It's not even like their sport. That's like asking like Barry Bonds to come play tight end for the Jets. Like, come, what are we doing here?
Well, you're right. Because if he played for the Jets, bro, he'd never get a pass on. Never get a pass. And they score down Joe Namath is the
goal. You see Russell Wilson throw that long pass to it?
I saw that. Yeah. They won.
Man, that's the only team they can beat.
I'm a boxing fan. Trust me. If I believe now, if it came down to just stand up and throwing hands, of course a boxer has all the advantages in the world. But the second a kick comes to your face or into your liver, there ain't no boxing that's going to help you.
Coach, there's no way you're going to tell me a grown man is going to stand in front of me, spin in a circle, and put his heel up high.
I didn't say anything about a spinning kick.
Oh. So now a man is going to stand in front of me.
Yeah.
In the chin.
Dude, I've kicked guys 6'5" in the face. Okay, I've done it myself. I did Taekwondo, so I've done this.
Where'd you do this at though? I'm just asking the environment.
I did it in MMA, in an MMA environment, in a ring.
Yeah, them dudes. I'm saying it's not gonna happen to me.
A Golden Gloves Marine, I kicked in the face and knocked him out in 48 seconds.
Bro, I promise you, bro. I don't care. Bruce Lee is not kicking me in the chin, bro.
Well, Bruce Lee's 130 pounds.
Bro, I understand that. Ip Man is not kicking me in the chin.
Of course, you're talking about guys that are 140 pounds. I'm talking about grown ass, gigantic avatar men that move like gazelles.
Jet Li in his prime is not kicking me in the chin, bro.
I know he's not, because he ain't gonna hurt you. He's little.
Yeah, some do. What I'm saying is,
but there's guys like John Jones, that's 240 pounds, and
John Jones is not kicking me in the chin.
He will kill you in a room with bare hands. Like John Jones could kill all of us if he wanted to.
And me and John Jones in the same room fighting for our life.
I'm sorry, you're not gonna be alive. I love you, Freezy. I'm gonna mourn your death.
Okay.
And dude, in my eyes, I was one time the baddest dude in the world in my own eyes for 30 seconds.
I'm not the baddest dude in the world, bro. I'm not saying that.
John Jones will whoop my ass, bro. I'm just being honest.
I'm not saying that, bro. I'm not saying I'm the baddest dude in the world. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I'll go undefeated in MMA. All I'm saying is a grown ass man is not gonna spin in a circle and kick me in the chin like it's like Vega on Street Fighter or
Well,
something.
why do you think that's what that tells me there? You don't watch it. That you don't watch the sport. That's
Well,
like
I watch it on
me
TikTok.
saying that a guy that wears big ass pillows on his hand isn't gonna hurt me when I get punched. Like it's the same mentality. Like and you know damn well when you get hit with a boxing glove, you won't feel it. You're gonna get knocked out. These dudes punch with little 4-ounce gloves or 6-ounce, whatever they are.
Right. No, I know. The type gloves with their fingers out, all cute and stuff. They got their fingernails and all that stuff out. What I'm saying is,
This
is
dude is
bro.
disrespecting the sport, man. Bad.
No, I'm not. The sport don't have no respect. Who respects the UFC?
What? Everyone else but boxing fans. That's who. The rest of the world, besides the little minority that actually still respect and watch boxing, that's who watches UFC. The Paramount Plus, who's paying $7.7 billion to have the UFC on Paramount Plus start in 2026. That's who watches UFC. They ain't putting boxing on there.
ESPN just bought WWF. So what?
Hey, look how much money he's making.
UFC.
Oh, don't put them together, bro.
TNA, MMA.
If anything, boxing is more like WWE because it's fixed and fake. The results compared to like if you want to really get real about it, you said it yourself.
Bro,
Boxing
I've seen.
corrupt.
I watch UFC matches. Like I watched these two girls fight, and I saw a girl whip this girl behind, and the judges gave it to the other girl. I saw it with my own eyes.
I mean, that happens sometimes.
She the champ. She got her ass whooped, and they gave her the thing. Like, hey, man, it was close, but you know
what? You know who the first one in line that complains about it, and then they don't judge again the next match? Dana White. I will give him credit about that. Dana White will say it right in the press conference. I don't know what the hell them judges were looking at. You don't ever see commissioners. They call out their. He fired a referee midway through an event. Like he was supposed to ref another fight later in the event. He said, "You're out of here." He didn't even ref the event later in the event.
Bro, I'm not saying that the guys are not tough and the girls are not tough. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying the chick that broke up, what's the name of them marriage? She'll spray everybody in UFC, bro. You know?
Who?
Clarissa Shields? You talking about her?
Yeah, she'll spray everybody in MMA, bro. She'll spray up everybody, bro. Like legit, I saw her hit a chick one time, bro. I thought she dislocated that lady's spine.
Bro, Amanda Nunes in her prime would kill that girl.
He retired, bro.
Well, yeah, now, but I would even have the little Russian Shevchenko whoop her behind, and she's smaller than her.
Nah, you talking about that girl's like 118? Oh no, not 118. She's
Shevchenko's like 125 or 135 or 125.
No, she ain't that heavy, coach. She ain't like 140. She don't walk around as 150, bro. She looked like she 118, bro.
No, 115 is the Chinese woman. She's a crazy too. That one, Zhang or whatever her name is.
Oh well, yeah. Clarissa Shields will spray all of them, bro. Nah, ain't no way. I wouldn't let her hit me. I wouldn't let her pat me on the back, bro. She can't even tell me good job.
Yeah.
I had to pull out the pistol on her, bro.
Bro, she's got some skill, but you MMA fighters are just boxing is one of the disciplines they come up with. Wrestling, kicking, grappling, jiu-jitsu, judo, sambo, like everything. They're like they're machines of it's the art of fighting. That's what it is.
I don't respect none of that jiu-jitsu hammer jamambo stuff, bro.
Because you haven't had anyone that was a real practitioner in any of it get a hold of you. That's why.
Right, because they don't exist in real life, bro.
There's more than you think nowadays.
If I'm walking out of Walmart counting money and a dude jump out me and be like, I know jujitsu.
That ain't gonna help.
I'll be like, bro,
bank.
I'll rob that dude. You say you know jujitsu, give me everything in your pocket. If a robber jump out trying to rob me because he know Taekwondo, I'll be like, I'll rob him. Give me everything in your pocket. Run it right now.
What's stronger, a leg or a punch? There's no comparison.
See, that's the thing, coach. The thing about it is punching and feet and all that stuff, thrust, all that stuff. I know I get what people saying because the kick looks like getting kicked by a horse might kill you, right? It might kill you, but it won't kill you faster than a bullet would, right? You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about how much force you generate on the kick or the punch. You know what I'm saying? Like legit. I'm not a person that had much power. I probably for a man, I probably got average power. Right. My curse is that I have an extraordinary chin. Like the stuff that should knock people out, don't knock me out. And so instead of just falling on the ground and calling it quits, I just sit there and take punishment. That's a curse. Like if somebody hits you with all their strength and don't knock you down, you know what they want to do? They want to keep hitting you with all their strength to try to knock you down. Whereas if I just took the first punch and just get knocked down, it would be over. Right, but instead I take punishment. Right,
maybe that's what boxers think. But MMA fighters, they're playing chess, bro, with their bodies. If they see they can't knock you out, then the chin may not be undefeated, but the liver is.
Yeah, the liver is on everybody.
Yeah, you know that if you get punched in the liver, you going down.
Yeah, you're going down. You can't help it.
But kicks or knees to the liver, woo.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But you telling me a grown man is going to stand in front of me, spin me around, and kick me in my liver or kidney? Ain't no way, coach. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, bro.
Well,
a grown man's going to spin me around.
You'll be surprised. Where's the spinning come into play? Just
because you have to generate force. Where do you get your force from?
Do you know how fast they've done this on sports science? Like I can throw a kick to your face just as fast as a jab. Like some people are skilled at it.
If a grown man kick me in the face, I'm going to the upper room, bro. I'm gonna say fuck it. What am I down here on earth for? If a grown man can legit just kick me in the face anytime he felt like it, what am I on? Why am I even on earth? If a grown man could just kick me in the face anytime he felt like it, bro, what am I here for?
Like if I knew you were that skilled as a boxer, you would never get close to me. I would give you a push kick to the sternum like every 2 seconds. You would never get close to me.
No, first of all, me and you not fighting.
I know, but
right. But secondly, in order for a dude, because for one, every blow that's thrown has a tell. That's what boxers notice. Every time you throw a punch or a kick, there's a tell that comes before it. It's science. In order for you to get thrust on your kick, you have to do something. Whether you squat or something to generate force, you're gonna tell me what's coming. These are facts, because humans are not amorphous. We have shape and form. In order for me to throw a punch this way, the opposite shoulder has to go that way. It's just how it is. So anytime I see a tell, I'm gonna know what's coming. And if I see a tell and I sit there like this with my chin up and get kicked, it's because I'm ready to go home.
Yeah, but when you're boxing, that's easier to do. Not that it's easy, because you only got 2 things to worry about. Okay, left and right fist. Whether it's a jab, left or right to the head, or hook left or right to the head, and uppercut left or right head, or hooks left and right to the body.
Yeah, yeah.
When you're talking about the tells in MMA, you don't know if you're getting all the things I just said, or an elbow, or a forearm, or a knee, where my right foot, my left foot, my right shin, my left shin, a spinning back fist, a spinning back elbow, a Superman punch, a flying knee. You know, there's all these different weapons. Like you want to talk about weapons, you got more weapons at your disposal. You know, that's why, to me, no matter how good you are as a defender, I'll give boxing all the kudos in the world when it comes to the guys that have the sweet science of the defensive guys, like the Floyd Mayweathers of the world,
the Uncle Freezies, the Floyd Mayweathers, the Pernell Whitakers,
like
all them. Yeah,
like, but you ain't dodging everything.
they can't throw everything.
Even when you do all that, I'm doing a double leg takedown, and you're gonna stop. How are you gonna punch Ray Lewis in the face when he's spearing you?
So, Coach, this is the thing.
Like when he's running at your waist, he's gonna take a shot or two on his chin's down anyway, and that's what
I don't want to. Once they put their head down, I don't want to hit people on the chin. Right? I don't want to I don't want to
break your hand hitting them in the head.
Yo, I told a story one time about. But anyway.
But what I'm saying, like that's where, and when you put you get a boxer on the ground, he's done. He's lost.
Child, you hear this, bro? Which side are you on? Are you on UFC or
see, UFC is like they're able to use their whole entire body. So for a boxer, when you're just training to just use your hands and that's it. How is Floyd Mayweather gonna be able to block a punch going to his knee?
This is the thing. Both athletes are using all their body. Both. Like just because you're a boxer doesn't mean you're not going to use everything that you have available to you.
But as a boxer, you can't use his body to knock out.
You can't punch him in the leg.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to punch him in. It takes too much energy.
Yeah, but I can kick you in the leg and in the knee,
right.
And in the
right. Yeah,
that's something like you can't defend if you ain't got a leg.
Yeah,
you know, because what happens is you start chopping that leg. That's all part of the game.
But that's why I'm gonna say this I'll say this to y'all since but as a boxer, knowing this up front, I already know what I'm facing. Right? What I'm trying to do immediately is disorient this person that I'm going against.
Get a lucky punch.
I want you. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. I ain't trying to do a lucky punch. I'm trying to leave straight out that ring and go straight to the club and celebrate. No shower, nothing. Right?
You think you're just gonna knock out a? You don't think UFC guys have chins, bro? They get hit with no gloves.
That's not what I said.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is the same. Both fighters are going to be trying to use everything they got at their disposal to win. With me, I like to punch the pillow. Like fighters, like people have like this thing under their eyes, right? That's what I'm going for. All fight. I'm just gonna boop boop boop, and after a while, it swell up, bro. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm trying to just jab them in those spots and get people disoriented, because the more you get punched right here in this area, the more your eyes start to water and the more sweat start to sting in there. And then whether people know it or not, the more your vision starts to narrow. Like you start to, your peripheral vision starts to shrink more and more and more and more and more the more that you punch people in the eye. Because it takes more energy. After your eyes swell up and get puffy, it takes more energy to see what's in front of you. Your peripheral vision is gone. And that's what I'm working on, to systemically break a boxer down. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm systemically trying to break this fighter down to the point that he get desperate and then start lunging in head first. That's what I've been doing, all this stupid stuff. I've been dotting you in the eye because I want you to lunge. I want you to lose your peripheral vision, which is going to happen for those that have been in fights. Bro,
there's a bunch of dudes in UFC that's their specialty too, though.
I understand
their stand-up game and their head movement. Like some of these dudes got boxing skills, like for real.
I understand that, and that's why, bro. In my life, I've probably been in about 400 fights in my life, and I probably in terms of street fighting, I probably lost half of them. In the boxing ring, I probably lost like a third of them. I know what it's like to get beat up, bro. I honestly know what it's like to get my face broken twice. Right? I know these things. That's why when I tell you, bro, I had my orbital bone broken on both sides of my face, bro. One side on this side, it looked like I had a hole in my face because my face was sunken. I know what that's like, bro, to get hit in the face so hard it breaks your face. That's why when you tell me a dude legit is gonna stand in front of me and kick me in the chin,
Yep, I guarantee it. Guarantee it.
I ain't.
Bro, these dudes are from another planet.
I know.
You don't understand how good these guys are, bro.
Coach, I'm sorry. The video
I'm
game.
not saying all of them, but it ain't no video game, bro. I'm the last person to give some other man some physical credit. Like
Bro, it's not Mortal Kombat, bro. Dudes ain't gonna fly across the
These
ring.
dudes are literally Mortal Kombat. They do things that other humans can't do, bro.
Okay,
They do. Like,
They had a fight tonight with Kazmat.
yeah, he won.
The middleweight championship.
It probably look like a pillow fight too.
Bro.
It probably look like a pillow fight, bro. Like, because to me, I'm like figuring out if these dudes are so aggressive and so hardcore, how come they only fight 5 rounds?
Bro, they fight 5-minute rounds.
No, they don't. They are given 5-minute rounds. They don't fight that whole time, bro.
There's a lot of decisions that happen in that.
They
Bro,
don't.
if you're gonna be one of these guys that start doubting the fitness of these guys now, come on. When you're doing full body grappling, why do you think wrestling is only done in 3-minute rounds?
This is fake.
No, not that kind of wrestling.
You talking Greco-Roman, right?
Like real wrestling, yeah.
Yeah, you got to be in peak condition.
Whoa. Now, just think, they're doing that plus punches and kicks and everything.
That's not what I see when I watch UFC. I see a lot of dudes trying to figure out how to get in somewhere. Like they trying to look for how they can just dive at somebody's waist and take them to the ground.
It's just, there's a lot of different styles out there, but you just happen to see that particular fighter that night. I don't know.
Hey, Clarissa Shields will wipe up everybody in her weight class, bro.
Bro, my God.
Clarissa Shields legit.
There's a reason why boxers make these washed up UFC guys come box. You don't ever see a boxer come to the UFC because they know they'll get killed. They will literally get killed. Like if Floyd Mayweather fought Conor McGregor in MMA, Floyd Mayweather wouldn't last 30 seconds.
Try, bro. If me, you, and Coach in the bank, and Conor McGregor walks up to us and like, put the money in the bag. I'll whoop Conor McGregor ass in there, bro. I'll put my foot in that dude, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gonna come in, you ain't got no weapon. You trying to grab?
Conor McGregor's 170 pounds.
I'll mush that. I'll mush that. I'll put him in the bag, bro.
Wow.
I'm just saying, man. It's the same.
Me fighting for my life, and a dude want to put me in a crippler crossface.
Bro, that is not even a thing.
The crippler, coach, come on, you know the crippler crossface is a thing.
They don't do that in the UFC. You're talking about WWE. The Cobra Clutch and the Figure 4. No one does that.
And the dude threatened us, talking about he gonna put us in a sharpshooter.
I guarantee Boss Rutan at his age, if he came into your house right now, there's nothing you can do.
Who was that?
Boss Rutan. He was the guy. You ever see Here Comes the Boom?
Yeah.
But he's like the bald guy. He was the coach.
Yeah.
He's from the Netherlands.
Oh, okay.
He used to be a UFC champion back when it was like the early days. But he was also the champion of what's called pancrase. They used to do in Japan.
Okay.
Where it's a combination of kicks. You can only do closed fist. It was bare knuckle. You can only do closed fist soft tissue, like to the body. But if you hit the face, it had to be palm strikes or smacks, you know. But you can kick, you know. Dude, this dude, he's the one that he came out with this funny. There's a lot of memes with it, like because he made this like self-defense video. Like if you're ever in a bar and a guy walks up to you, you know, you grab the chair, bong, you know, like he does the bong, bing, bang, like he says, "Don't you ever do that again," like his accent. But like he's like a trained, like he can kill you with his bare hands. He's like one of those kind of guys. Like these are the dudes that, like outside the cage, these guys in real life, they can defend themselves. Trust me. You know, boxers, whoever that you are, even if you have a knife. I mean, obviously you got a gun. So much you can
Coach, what I think I understand what you're saying, but you're telling me that a grown man is gonna stand in front of me and hit me with sweet chin music.
Yeah,
coming.
Even at my age, at 50, I can kick that high to your head right now.
What happens when you miss?
I miss. I don't know. How am I going to miss? I can't miss. Even if you block it, you're going to hurt your hand. That's a heavy leg coming at you.
I understand, bro.
No, but the guys I'm talking about are guys that are in peak physical condition.
I'm not in peak physical condition.
Like Tom Aspinall is like 6'4", like 250, 260 pounds, and he's got the fastest hands I've ever seen in a heavyweight division for UFC. And like the way he moves, the way he can kick, like he's got the whole package. I'll put it this way: John Jones decided to retire instead of fighting him. That's how bad this dude is. Like John Jones ducked his ass.
John Jones is a dude on steroids, bro. If you allow me to, if I took the super soldier serum, bro, I'd be undefeated.
But the thing that's crazy about that is the dude don't even need it. Look at the genetics he's got. His brothers are Arthur and Chandler Jones. They're both avatars themselves. Like
I get it. I get it. I got uncles that look like that now. I got two uncles. Yeah. I have two uncles in their 80s and one just turned 90. Right. And when you see that, and when they take their shirt off, they look like 55, 60-year-old dudes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like legit. I got an uncle that's 90 that look like he about 60. Now, and I know that don't sound good. Oh, he old. He old as hell. He only look like he old. I mean, bro, when you 90 and you look like you 60, bro, that's something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, John Jones, when he was taking performance enhancers, it wasn't even like, if you look at his physique, it's not that it was making him, it didn't help his skill. Like the things that made him so good was how unorthodox and skilled he was. It had nothing to do with his strength or speed or whatever the PEDs. Like, because he almost kind of had a, I don't want to say he had a dad bod, but it's not like he was like one of these ripped guys or.
I'll whoop Anderson Silva right now, bro.
Yeah, Anderson Silva's washed up, man.
He's the Al Horford of fighting, bro. Like legitimate. Like these dudes, coach talking about, bro. These dudes ain't no. There's somebody in that world, bro. But when you're talking about the greatest boxer of a time versus the greatest boxer of a time in boxing, it's not even close. What we talk about?
What do you mean?
This dude Tom Aspinall, right? He's the greatest boxer right now, right?
No, he's a UFC heavyweight champ.
I mean, he's the greatest UFC. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. He's the greatest UFC fighter right now.
You put him in the cage with the best heavyweights in boxing, and he would whoop their ass.
They would
a fight. I'm talking about boxing. Yes, the boxer should win because that's what they should win. That's their sport.
Off the hands, bro. Off the hands is a different thing, bro. It off the hands is different. It's like telling my running back to go play receiver. It's a different thing.
Well, that's what. Then why would you ask UFC fighter to only box then?
I don't want them to only box. I want them to keep doing what they're doing. But another grown man is not kicking me in the face, and I know you're trying to kick me in the face.
You don't have that choice sometimes. You don't think these UFC fighters, they're way more trained than you are to defend those kicks. They're more aware of them because they came up being trained against them, and they still get kicked in the face when they know what's coming.
Bro, the one
you mean to tell me a boxer is going to be better at defending a kick more
how
than
much?
yes.
How much of an how much of an impact do the UFC fighters have, being that they wear smaller gloves compared to the professional boxers? Like when they punch somebody, is it the same effect as the boxer?
No,
it's a harder punch to take.
No, it should be a harder punch. It should be a harder punch. But from what I see in UFC, these dudes never get enough steam on their punches because they're always worried about a counter attack. That's the thing with the UFC fighter is they throw punches, but they're always on their guard about what happens from the other guy. Like
Right.
what happens if they're throwing up high and a dude can attack them in their midsection or waist or legs, right? Like they always have to think about that type of stuff. Boxers don't think about that, bro. Boxers be like, yo, I'm gonna throw this punch. I ain't worried about somebody kicking me in the leg or none of that stuff, bro. It's two totally different things. That's why I'm saying the UFC thing is made up ABC mumbo jumbo. Like it's fake, bro. It's a fraud.
What?
Yes.
Bro.
Do you put a very skilled fighter in a ring with a not so skilled fighter, and then the skilled fighter win in a blowout, and you're like, oh my God, he's the GOAT. Nah, bro, he fighting a tomato can. This dude ain't fighting nobody. Right. It's rare that you see two UFC all-time greats fight each other.
What?
Yes.
Bro.
Coach, now mind you, I said all-time greats. I didn't say great right now. I said all-time greats.
When was the last time two all-time great boxers fought each other?
They fight each other all the time.
I'll wait.
They fight each other all the time.
When? Name the last one.
I'll tell you when it's coming up.
There ain't people that are all-time greats boxing right now.
Yeah. Crawford and
Crawford
Canelo.
and Canelo.
Bro, them two,
That's
they're way past their prime, bro.
But they're all time, but they built their resume. They're all-time greats already.
The best fighter in the world right now is Usyk, bro.
Okay.
I'll give him credit for what he can do.
I give him credit for what he can do too.
But
I'll give him credit for what he can do.
he
But
would
I'm
box.
talking about built up all time. I'm talking about all time guys like Hagler Hearns, Leonard Hagler.
There's nothing.
Leonard Hearns.
Think about how long ago that was, bro.
I know, I understand that, but they
Like Tyson Fury was him and Wilder was like the best thing that's happened in boxing for.
But
God knows
Wilder
how
lost
long.
like 2 of those matches though. That was so overhyped.
yeah, and
Yeah.
Wilder's not an all time great, bro.
No, exactly. Like they were so desperate to make something seem like all time. Like they built up Wilder.
Yeah.
You can't tell any boxing purist. Wilder is the worst poster boy for boxing. Like,
He's not a boxer, bro. He's a puncher.
exactly. Now I'm not discrediting his one punch power at all. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got that, and that's one thing about the heavyweight division. That's no matter how bad you are or good you are, and this is the same thing in the UFC. When you're in the heavyweight division, it takes one punch sometimes, bro. Like them heavyweight dudes, there's just only so much you can do when you generate that kind of weight and power behind a punch. No matter how strong your chin is, you just get hit in a button the right way. There's nothing you can do.
That's the thing, man. That's the thing I'm talking. Like UFC.
It's a puncher's chance, they call it. You know.
Yeah, I give UFC credit for putting a bunch of tryhards in the ring, and the stories they tell, and like the promo they do before the fight start, like when they tell their backstory, like his dad was a famous such and such and such, and they do go through and watch him in the gym, and he doing like 1,000,000 push-ups, and he trying to fight, do reverses out of certain grapples, and all that stuff. Man, I like that. And then he get in the ring with somebody that outclasses him, and it looked like he outclassed. Right? That's the thing. That's the thing I don't like about UFC. Right? There is no like who qualifies these people to fight. Right? The John Jones should only be fighting John Jones caliber guys, in my opinion. Right? The dude Sharpenov, which is Tom Asperoff. He should only be Aspinall. Oh, Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall should only be fighting Tom Aspinall level talent.
Yeah,
right?
That's what he's been doing.
That's my opinion. That's just how I feel about it. Like in boxing, you don't get in boxing, like with me, there are okay, so there are 3 levels, right? There is novice, there's amateur, then there's club. And once you graduate from club, you become a real prize fighter.
Yeah, they have that in MMA too. Like UFC is just
how and James Toney fought at 50 years old.
Bro, you're talking about that was like 20 years ago, bro.
That was 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Like it's a lot more sanctioned and bro, what are you talking about? They're letting Jake Paul fight professional fights. Don't tell me about professional courtesies.
So for one, the Jake Paul thing, y'all know that was a show, right? That was it. Come on, man. Jake Paul. Come on, man.
Mark Gastineau was a professional fighter. Like, don't tell me about famous people that get put into a sport.
See,
like,
so
it's been happening for the boxing too.
So the thing you confusing what I'm saying is like these dudes jump in the thing and they become club fighters. These dudes are not purse fighters, bro. Like these dudes ain't fighting for $7 million. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. Cause shit, if it was that easy, I'd probably still be trying to do it.
Look,
you know
what I'm saying, UFC is the NFL, okay, of MMA. Okay,
right.
There's subdivision. Like you don't just start fighting and Dana White's like, yeah, come on over, buddy.
Yeah, like that's what it is. That's what I'm telling you. MMA
it ain't like that. Is what I'm saying. Like there's levels to it. Like they have the PFL, they have Sherdog, like they have all these other they have regional like things. They got like England's got their own like subdivisions. Like other countries have like lower level things. And then when you become good enough, there's tiers in the UFC. There's the UFC Fight Night events, which aren't even pay-per-views. Like you kind of start to get, but Dana White has this thing called the Contender Series. If you're an up-and-coming MMA fighter, he'll let you fight on his series, and you earn the right to have a UFC fight, like a real fight.
Oh, I saw a dude fight, and his record was 8-0.
Yeah.
Do you know what my record would? Do you know what my record would have to be before I could even be mentioned?
That's his professional record. They don't show like what his record was. In a lot of all those guys have like at least from 20 up to 40 like amateur. They have an amateur fighting, MMA fighting.
Coach, I'm trying to tell you, right? The guy that was the heavyweight champ when I graduated high school was, let's say Mike Tyson. I'm gonna say Mike Tyson was the champ when I graduated high school, right? Bro, by the time for me, bro, I would have to for novice fights. I would have to fight at least 150 novice fights. Then I'd have to fight at least 200 amateur fights, and then I'd have to fight at least 25 club fights before I could even be ranked Bro, you got to fight 25, 30, 40. The only way, now, mind you, if you don't have an exceptional KO record, you might have to fight 40 times if you don't have a high knockout rate, right? If you're just a boxer, you just in there playing people to death, you may never get the opportunity to fight somebody in the top 10.
Yeah,
In
that's what it's
MMA,
like in UFC. And
MMA.
MMA, it's like that too. It's called finishes, whether it's a finish by submission or knockout. Like
Bro.
if you're someone that goes the distance, they don't just push you through.
Bro, I just think, man, MMA is the whole thing is Sesame Street fraudulent. Like I think
When it comes to this tape, for me, I'm just ignorance is bliss for you, bro. With boxing, I'm sorry. You're just being ignorant. You're being ignorant. You sound ignorant.
How? When I'm arguing my side.
Part of the argument of your side is saying the other side is Sesame Street. When the worst dude in the UFC, if you put him in a dark alley or a cage, would whoop the greatest boxer ever.
No, bro, in a dark alley, a motherfucker not putting me in no damn grappling hole. Submit,
there is no footwork or punches you can throw that's going to keep a high level grappler from grabbing you and choking your ass out. There's nothing you can do.
Yep, there absolutely is, bro.
Aside from a weapon.
No, there absolutely is, bro.
Bro, okay. We can agree to disagree.
Nah, man, I'm not agreeing with that. I'm I'm saying from
so you don't disagree?
From my perspective, bro. Like, because I've already been through a lot of this stuff, bro. And, bro, okay. So chat.
You can't name two champions in UFC. You can't argue.
I don't. Yeah.
And that's why you can't objectively speak on how
I can't
good
say
or bad UFC is when you don't even know enough about the sport to speak on it.
So I can't say boxing is better.
Yeah, you can, but you can be because you're uninformed on the other side of it. Of course, you can say that boxing is better.
Oh, okay. So let me ask this: when was UFC invented? The style, like the whole art of it. When was it invented?
Before boxing, mixed martial arts has been around since before America. It's been in Asia, Japan, China, India.
Mixed martial arts around since. Okay.
What's mixed martial arts? Think about the word mixed martial arts. The martial arts have been around forever, before boxing. So technically, if you're talking about the sanction of mixed martial arts, like they've had versions of it, like in the 70s, I think, 80s, where they let like all the no holds barred fighting, like I guess that's what they called it. I mean, I don't know.
Right.
But when it started getting somewhat controlled and rules and stuff, is when they had the Pride. It was called the Pride Fighting Championships. It was over in Japan or something.
Right.
So, and I would say that'd be like the early 90s, maybe.
Coach, what I'm saying is it takes a whole lot of energy and effort to be a UFC fighter, bro. And I'm not saying that these dudes are out of shape. What I'm saying is that these dudes are in immaculate shape, top-notch shape. But to do all that shit you was talking about these dudes doing, they're going to have oxygen tanks in their corner, right? Because when you talk about dudes, because you're talking about a dude, say a dude know that I'm nice off the hands, right? But he know that in order for me to get my jab off to dot him in his eye, I always have to slide left, right? He don't want me to slide left. How he stopped me from sliding left is he want to kick me in my shin for two reasons: to slow me down and keep me on the mark, right? That's what he want to do, right? He want to keep me on the mark so that his subpar boxing style would benefit him better because I'm not moving around, right? That's what he want to do. He want to keep me in front of him So his subpar hand game can land, can hit the target, or such and such and such. But the thing about that is, I've been hit before. I'm a boxer. I already been hit in the face. I probably fought about 400 times, bro. That means I've probably been punched in the face about 10,000 times.
With 4-ounce gloves, 6-ounce gloves,
Bro.
whatever
Coach,
ounce, those little MMA gloves they have. Come on.
Coach, who's wearing the 4-ounce gloves? Just him?
Freezy.
That means I'm
You just you could. The thing is, I've extensively watched both disciplines, and I'm not saying because I've done that, my opinion is more valid than yours. But there's nothing you could say. You can't speak up boxing anymore. That I already hold boxing in that high of a regard. Like, you can't convince me how good boxers are at certain things. I agree with you 100%. I'm just on the side of these dudes have a certain level of boxing and then another 12 disciplines on top of it.
Right. See, but the thing is, Coach, the thing is with that, the thing that we're not taking into, for one, they're not bringing all those they're not in all those disciplines at the same time. They're going to have to switch. When we standing up, they're going to have to protect themselves like a boxer. When we get in close, then they're going to have to switch. Think about which discipline do I use to my advantage in this situation? This is all they're thinking. You know what a boxer is thinking in that situation? About the one discipline he's great at. That's it.
Yeah, but there's specialists in that too in MMA. There have been kickboxing world champions come to the UFC, Muay Thai world champions, K1 champions.
I get it.
Like wrestling gold medalists, judo gold medalists. Like, you're talking about the top of the food chain people that were the best in the world at something. And they learned MMA and weren't the best at it. And they even when they were that good at one discipline of MMA, like, that's what I'm saying. There's guys that are so good at so many different things that you can't win anymore by being good at one thing is what I'm getting at. Like, the early days of the UFC, when people didn't know about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like that Royce Gracie when he wore his gi all the time.
Yeah, I know about the Gracie family.
Like, that was successful because people didn't know about it that much.
I feel you, Coach.
But then all of a sudden, guys started learning jiu-jitsu and other disciplines, and Gracie got his ass whooped.
Bro, the Gracies in their prime are not beating Hagler, Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, none of them dudes, bro. Them dudes.
No, I know, because they can't strike.
Them dudes would wash them up in the ring, bro. They too fast, bro. These dudes are the one thing about boxing is, listen, I'm not talking about the will to win, right? Because if you've gotten that far, you have an incredible will to win, right? If you've gotten to the point where you're fighting on TV, your will to win is insatiable, right? No, not talking about losing, right? Like the desire not to lose is not even a question. It's your desire to dominate your opponent, right? By the time you get to national TV, your desire to dominate your opponent is insatiable. You bloodthirsty, bro. So as far as that goes, I already understand that part. What I'm saying is, when these dudes get in these uncomfortable situations, when you start getting the fatigue, your eyes start puffing up. You're not getting to the places that you want to get to. Right now, dudes are like, "Do I scrap my game?" And you can't tell me you never heard this in a UFC fight. Should he scrap his game plan, or should he stick to the game plan? Because if you tell me you never heard that in UFC, we have nothing else to talk about.
You only got one game plan. You're Tom Thibodeau of the fighting world.
No, I'm not.
Boxers are the Tom Thibodeau of the fight game.
No.
You only are really good at this one thing. And when someone comes at you with something different, you can't change it up because that's all you can do is that.
Because it's one hell of a trick, bro. I'm a one-trick pony, but that trick is damn.
I'm sorry to say, Freezy, when it comes to the fight world and fight fans, in this subject, you're the minority nowadays.
bro.
Boxing's dying, bro. You just gotta face it.
Probably because of politics. That's the reason why it's dying. But at the same time, the cat and mouse of the boxing game, bro. Do you know like the nuances? Like the UFC guy, I could show him a hole in my guard. I'll show him a hole in my guard,
And they'll kick it.
to let him think he discovered something. And then when he go to execute his thing, I'm gonna get him out of there because it's not a hole in my guard.
You don't think all these other guys do that? These guys are experts at that, bro. They got to defend that their whole life. All you had to do is defend a punch. Like these dudes are doing the same thought process as you, and they got to defend their toe.
Except they better.
And
Right.
no, I'm not saying they're better they got better hands than you, or their head movements better. But there's guys that do that stuff at a high level that were former boxers, but they just
Try. You know what you sound like, right?
What does it sound like?
It sounds like back in my day, I used to have to walk to school 20
No,
miles.
you're the one that sounds like the back of my. The boxing is the back in my day argument. I'm sorry. UFC is the new hot. UFC new hotness. Boxing, old ass shit. Like that's what it is. Like boxing is one piece of MMA. See that you're discrediting. MMA respects boxing because that's a part of MMA too. They have boxing is a very important part of the disciplines that you have to be well versed in MMA. Because if you don't have a higher level boxing skill, you're not going to be successful in the UFC. You got to have a certain level of boxing ability in MMA.
Right.
Like you have to have takedown defense. It's called. You have to know how to defend, submissions. You got to learn how to defend kicks.
Right.
You have to learn how to take. It's called checking a leg kick. Like there's all these things like you have to do like to defend that you learn. That's all part. Like they come up with. All right, if you're fighting a guy that likes a stand-up game, this is what you got to look for. He's going to do this. He's going to, he's standing in the traditional stance. You got to watch him. His left jab. He follows it up the old 1-2. Like all the terminology that's in boxing is in MMA too, as far as the stand-up game. The punches, the head movements, it's all in MMA. But there's also the other arts, the kicking, the knees, the elbows. There's just so much stuff to think about. And some of these, like tonight, there was like 3 or 4 knockouts that were just amazing. And the guys were trying to defend it, but sometimes there's nothing you can do. Like,
Because these dudes are outclassed. They outclassed.
yes.
And we can't argue it because if they were not, they wouldn't be knocked out.
Sometimes, but these guys trained like to be on the stage they were on tonight. You're acting like these guys just got pulled off the street.
These dudes just got pulled off the street, bro.
Bro, you don't get on that. You don't get in that cage unless you had to pay your dues, bro. They don't just let you in there for the hell of it.
I get it.
The only time they let guys fast track and get in and give them a chance
for every sport. If the only time they get fast track is if they were exceptional. That's every sport.
Yeah, or like Brock Lesnar, they let him in there at a pretty high level. But you got to understand, the dude was an NCAA champion in wrestling, which is a discipline that is a huge part of mixed
And he was
martial
probably
arts.
the most famous. Brock Lesnar at that time was probably more famous than the UFC itself. We didn't know he was on the juice, though. I mean, well, we kind of figured he was on the juice, but you didn't know for sure he was on the juice, right? And so the thing about dudes like Brock Lesnar and all these guys, bro, Brock Lesnar is tough, right? Brock Lesnar is a tough dude, a tough SOB, bro. But you're not going to tell me Brock Lesnar getting ready to knock me out with his hands.
Brock Lesnar got his ass whooped, is what I'm saying. Even though he had his success there against a guy or two, for the most part, I think his MMA record was like 4-3 or something. I forget what it was final record.
And he got popped and went back to the WWE.
Yeah,
for the juicing. I know,
but no, it wasn't just for the juicing. He wasn't good. He got humbled.
Right.
Like he's real. Every guy thinks like you. They can just get in there. All these dudes, and all of a sudden they realize how skilled, how good these guys are. You ain't just.
I mean, with me, I'm a punching bag, and I know it. Right? I'm a punching bag, and I know it. You gonna punch me until you get tired, and then I'm gonna punch you to death. You're gonna go to the skull card.
I understand, but there's guys there's these dudes from all the Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan and Russia. These dudes have steel granite for heads and chins. Like they are ridiculous, like with that kind of stuff. These guys are brought up in near nuclear bomb sites, and the life that these kids have had, and this is their way. Like these UFC guys, some of them, this is like their life. Fighting is their life. You know, they come over and they fight in the UFC, and you know, it changes their whole life, and they can help their families. You know, these dudes, you ain't knocking them. These guys ain't getting knocked out. The guy that won tonight, Kazmat Chimaev, he wound up winning the middleweight championship tonight. He was a 14-0. That's all he was when he got this fight. Now he's 15-0. He beat the guy that beat Ariel Adesanya, that's Sean Strickland, like all these guys that were. That's the thing about UFC. Like, they don't have like sports like dynasties for some reason. Like when a team starts, like the NBA was at its most popular, it was hot in the 90s when the Bulls were winning all the time. Because everyone wanted to see who was going to beat the Bulls. Or try to beat the Bulls, you know? You know, it's the same thing in like when Mike Tyson was tearing through everybody. Everyone wanted to watch Mike Tyson fight. Not only did they want to see who's going to knock out next, but they wanted to see if someone could actually have a chance against him, you know? And it's the same thing like with UFC. It's rare for a champion to stay champ that long. There's so many guys coming up. Like it's just hard, man. There's so many talented fighters, and you don't know where they're coming from because, yeah, boxing's obviously a world sport, you know, too. But UFC, that's like, there's guys from the African nations that come over, and like I said, all the Russian dudes, and guys from Australia, New Zealand, like all over the place, you know. So
I get that. I'm not disputing none of that. It's just in my mind, it's subpar. It's not boxing.
I get it, but I was one of these guys. There was a time in my life when the heavyweight champ of the world in boxing was
the most famous person on the planet.
Well, that, and he was also considered the baddest man in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the guy that's the heavyweight champion in UFC is the baddest man in the world.
He ain't the baddest man in the world. This motherfucker. Who? What's his name again?
Tom Aspinall.
Never heard of him.
Aspinall.
Never heard of him, bro.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, the way society is in social media, they don't promote, you know,
They only promote the good
that
stuff,
stuff,
bro.
bro. I think they're doing pretty good. 7.7 billion. It's pretty good.
What do you think boxing would be sold for? The whole the whole the whole
No,
sport of boxing. What would
but
that be
no.
sold for?
The UFC is the WBA, or what's considered the IBF or the WBC. What's the top classification in boxing technically?
I don't know.
Yeah, there isn't because they're all there's
Yeah, they all
WBO,
yeah.
there's
Right.
IBF, there's
I think there's an IBC now.
yeah, there's
There's like state belts like like Joe Frazier used to be the New York State champion.
right.
Right. So it's like, yeah, all of these different. That's what I'm saying. Like, in order for you to, like, you could like the well, yeah,
Like UFC's only one. They don't have like
Yeah.
who's their rival?
they don't have one. They're the pinnacle of the MMA world.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Who's the NFL? What if you're the top of the food chain or something? Why should you have? Does the NBA have a rival to their
No.
league?
No,
Does the NFL have one? You know, it's the same.
No,
Boxing
because-
does.
because they monopolize.
Yeah, but boxing, they have like you can have 4 different heavyweight champs at one time.
At one time, and that's the reason why people fall out of love with boxing, not the product in the ring. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's not people don't fall out of love with the sport itself. They fall out of love with the stuff that's around it. That's the thing. Cheating on the scorecards. Like the state of Nevada want to keep the belt in their state, like the prize fights in their state. So when dudes come over here from England and they fight in Las Vegas, you already know they're not trying to let somebody from England go back across the pond with the belts, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta damn near cut people's arms off for you to go out there with the belt. Right? It's just what it is. It's sad, but it's true.
Yeah. You know what happens in the UFC if you can't defend your title, even if it's for injury or anything, after a certain time you vacate the title.
Yeah, because the machine got to keep on moving. I get it, and I wish boxing was like that, but boxing is not like that, and that's one of the things that one of the reasons why the stuff outside the ring hurt boxing.
Right. But what's cool about the UFC, what they do, they call you're actually what's called the interim heavyweight champ, though. You didn't win the belt by beating the guy that had the belt. Like you fought someone for that belt. Like when they vacate a title, they usually have the number 1 and number 2
Right.
guys fight for that interim title that he had to vacate.
But they're not the lineal champion. The thing about being the lineal champion is you have to beat the guy that had the belt. You have to defend the champion.
Right. But then what happens is when the other heavyweight champion comes back, they fight.
Yep.
So that's one thing that UFC does right, like 9 times out of 10. Like Tom Aspinall, like John Jones was technically the heavyweight champ. Like he was the 205 champ, light heavyweight, and then he went to heavyweight and was a heavyweight champ. But then when John Jones didn't defend his belt, Tom Aspinall fought the number 2 guy to win the belt. And the thing is, Tom Aspinall, everyone on the top 10 list, he wrecked them all on the way up. I mean, his next fight is going to probably be this guy Cyril Gane. He's from France.
He'll probably wipe the floor with him.
No, Cyril Gane's pretty good. He's like 6'5", 255, and he's like a really agile. He can kick, he can punch. He's like an old kickboxer.
With boxing, height is not everything. Reach is very important.
Yeah, well, that's what the thing about Cyril Gane. Because the thing that you have to worry about MMA is if they're tall and they kick, their leg reach, I mean, is even further. Like You
Right.
think you far away from a kick, and all of a sudden, what? The kid's up there, you know.
Yeah.
But
That's why wingspan is very important in boxing. That's
Oh,
the
yeah.
reason why I asked you earlier. Like when these dudes throw these haymakers, what happens when they miss? See, the thing that happened when they miss is if I've been watching film and I know this is his setup and he does what's on film, my instinct is to let him have that first one, to let him think that I hadn't been watching film. Like when you swing and miss and he snapped back around because he thought I was gonna counter, no, I ain't gonna counter. Right? But then when you get desperate and do it again, I'm gonna counter. Bam! And then I'm gonna move away to make it look like I just caught. There's a cat and mouse game to this thing, bro. Like
you do me a favor and look up Tom Aspinall's highlights, bro.
bro, I'm not watching WNBA highlights, bro.
If you could see the athleticism and the footwork and how quick this dude's hands are and his feet are, and the way you would have a different opinion.
He might be all right.
Bro, no one in the WNBA is going down the lane and dunking it with two hands.
Caitlin Clark is official.
She's really good. But
Caitlin Clark is official.
she's official, but Frank Ntilikina would whoop her ass. In basketball. Like Frank
What do
Ntilikina
you have with international? What you
would beat her
bro,
21-0. Caitlin Clark might get a lucky deep three that no one can defend, just jacking it. You know?
oh my
Like one of
god.
them Curry shots.
I I gotta run. I gotta get out of here. And then plus coach dragged me into this.
When you're done when you're done trolling me and you want to be a fan of athletes in sport, like I know Freezy really is,
Wait. Are you saying wait a minute, you think I'm trolling?
check out Tom Aspinall greatest finishes, and you'll see how athletic this dude is.
I'd rather check out Randy Orton greatest finishes, bro. Yo, because what it is I think Coach loves UFC and he pounds the table for him, and then but the fact that I have a different opinion based off experience, like if you were talking about NFL quarterbacks or something, and I had a different opinion, I'd be like, yeah, Coach, you might be right, bro. But I legit have been punched in the face at least 10,000 times.
I haven't been punched that
not
much.
on purpose either.
Look, I've never been in a boxing match in a professional sense. I've been in amateur, unsanctioned bar type boxing matches.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. You know, I've done a few of those. I've probably done about between 20 and 30 MMA fights in my life. And my opinion of this has nothing to do with my personal experience in it. My opinion on this is as an observer of athletes and sport, as a fan, as a former participant in athletics at all kinds of levels, and as someone that's coached it. I look at athletes and their abilities, and I speak on all of these things as objectively as I can. And I do not form these opinions on a certain subject and get that passionate about it unless I've really dived in deep and saw both sides of the coin.
Or you may be Tom Aspinall cousin.
Nah, bro, I wish I was talking about an American dude from England. I don't want to give no credit. I wish it was a dude from the US.
Hey man.
I don't think there's a US champ right now in the UFC. There has been lately here and there, but they get beat eventually. You know, there's really good.
Everybody gets beat, bro. everybody is gonna lose. This is one of the things I've been talking. Like the reason why I emphasize it, bro, is no person is indestructible in the ring, bro. Like everybody's gonna lose. Man, I've lost plenty of times. Sometimes
Unless you're Rocky Marciano or Floyd Mayweather, I guess.
some questionable decision. Yeah. But I mean,
Mayweather got picked and choose them last 10 or 15 fights of his career.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he ducked Pacquiao.
I think Pacquiao was allegedly Pacquiao was on the juice, bro. You don't turn 35 years old and get faster.
Yeah.
Allegedly, right?
He was on that Filipino
allegedly
drug. There was some new little drug they found from some kind of plant in the Philippine forest.
Allegedly, hey y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank y'all for coming through, rocking. Coach, we got to continue this at a later time. I got to talk the truth into you, bro.
I want to see. The thing is, I want to watch this with you.